Hi.
Bad at this point.
And we're back. I'm so glad I learned this. I sat my cousin down and was like, Caleb, teach
Yo,
me.
we fighting shadow monsters with Granny Smith in One Piece D&D lowercase.
Hey, don't make fun of my lowercase thing.
Okay.
Frick.
What?
Alright. Hello. I didn't get to it yet.
Okay. So, let's see, right here. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to One Piece D&D. Today, shit is going down. So,
No.
yes. Say no all you like. Does not stop it from the fact that it is still going down. It's going up and sideways. So, joining us, as usual, we have Barry playing Ivan Dusk. Say hi.
Hello.
We have Roughnut playing Alana, Malukia, the doctor of the crew. Type out hi, Roughnut. Come on, Roughnut. You got to tell the viewers hi. There we are. We got Jimbo playing Royal Hawthorne. Say hi, Jimbo.
Hold on.
Close enough. We have Spark Saturn playing the captain of the crew, Vincent Lactaldruk. Say hi.
Hello.
Vince. And we have E.T. playing Nikolai Voltov. Say hi, E.T.
Hi.
All right, so where we last left off, you guys were being semi-surrounded. So I reiterated in One Piece chat. However, I will say it again here for all those that did not actually see the message. From the area you guys were just walking from, you guys know how you walked in through the entrance to this cave and kept on walking, and then ahead of you, you saw the light shining through and a little bit of a mint patch. The area behind you is completely surrounded with stalkers, but the area in front of you, the path with the light shining down on it towards the mint patch, is still clear relatively. So, since we're just jumping right into it, there's only really one option you guys can do, right?
Yeah. Uh-oh. Run for the mints.
Oh, actually, which this does give me an idea. Hold up. I got two sparks.
I'm holding, don't worry. What's
Did that
going
not
on?
work?
Oh
What
wait.
the heck is this?
I got something.
How do you use Fredboat again?
Your guys' bot. I don't
Is it
mess with it.
semicolon? No.
Do you
Yo.
need a bit of help there?
I might. I just might. Jimbo, how do?
What? Oh, yeah, you're pretty bad at this.
Yeah.
Ah, here we are. I got it.
No,
Oh,
you
never
don't.
mind.
You want number 1, 2, 3, or 4.
Let's go for number 1. Okay.
Yo.
So we are going to roll semi-initiative. There will be no initiative rolled by the stalkers currently, as this is a situation where there are too many to fight at once. There is... The best way to describe it would be a literal wave. Like, the lights went out with that collapse of rocks down the entrance, and you guys just saw dozens upon dozens upon dozens tiny glowing lights flickering in the dark. And you hear just all of these skitterings just coming up behind you, moving super fast. In this situation, the only real option you have is to flee. So,
What's the A for a command for initiative?
just check it.
That's what I was thinking. Okay. Man.
I guess Royal would go first. Go after me.
Nope, wrong character.
wrong character.
And this is for something. This is.
Yo, Roughnet, Alana, Speedy.
Okay, so I worked on this
Oh.
mechanic for a little bit. Now, in this situation where this is currently a flee combat, where you guys need to run as fast as you can, there is currently a target that is pursuing or chasing you. In this situation, you guys can use the actions on your turn to do things to either distract, delay, or actively go against the one that is currently chasing you. You can't stop them entirely, however, you can delay them, like I've already said. On each of your turns, you guys can move and also use actions to try to delay them in creative ways. Not just any kind of spell or other things you have. Use everything at your disposal as creatively as you can to try and delay these things that are going after you, to perhaps keep them behind.
When did I get
So-
shield?
First one on the initiative is Alana.
Wait, when did I get this? Is that a level 7 feature?
While you're also writing out, I'll also type out the I shall also type out the initiative order.
Oh, that's why. Okay, good. I went to the wrong sheet. I went to Vincent's level 14 sheet I made. I was like, wait, why do I have shield? Okay, this is wrong. Okay, good thing. Good thing I noticed this.
Okay. So once again, Alana, it is your turn. On your turn, you can use your action to distract them, delay them, or run. You cannot use your movement separately from your action. You can either use your action to move or delay them, like I've already said. Yes, it appears to just be a straight stretch. Who is the one holding the torch? Could you remind me?
Royal.
Rail is holding the torch. How wide? From the area you guys are in, the 30 feet radius around you guys from what the torch light can reveal appears to be around 20 feet wide, and the stretch between you and the mint patch is roughly around 90 feet.
Create an image of an object.
Yes, move or action. Unless you have special class features that allow you to dash as a bonus action, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, then you can also move as a bonus action if you have something to do like that.
Hmm.
Sure, Sparks. No question is a dumb question.
It says that I'm just looking at what I can do, and it says major image it has a range of 120 feet. Is it like I can only make one illusion, or like I have that entire 120 feet to play with
So
for
major
for like
illusion.
one illusion?
Did you here? Hold up. We can actually
Yeah.
answer that by taking at the spell.
Spell.
Major image.
Yeah, do it in bot
I'm typing
commands.
it
Do
in.
it in bot commands. Oh, is it?
Well, it's loaded
It's a
right now.
long one.
Yeah. No, you don't have the entire 120 feet.
That's what I was
At any
thinking.
point within the 120 feet around you, you can create an image of an object, a creature, or some other visible phenomenon that is no larger than a 20-foot cube.
Oh, I see. All right.
It seems completely real, including sounds, smells, and temperature appropriate to the thing depicted.
Hmm.
And as long as you are within range of the illusion, you can use your action to cause the image to move to any other spot within range. As the image changes location, you can alter its appearance so that its movements appear natural for the image. For example, if you create an image of a creature and move it, you can alter the image so that it appears to be walking. Similarly, you can cause the illusion to make different sounds at different times, even making it carry on a conversation, for example.
Now my idea was maybe like trick them, at least like a couple of them, to say, "Hello, brothers," or something like that.
Hello, brothers.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, that's
Sorry.
a good idea.
Somebody gotta stole some There are just some chance that they just run through them.
That's when I use my first waste it. Speak of animals, and then Major Loon. I'm not gonna do that. That's
So-
dumb.
You can't do them,
Yeah.
unfortunately, because they're both concentration spells.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait,
That was a
So,
joke.
question: how long is the cave? Like, how long?
From the area you are to the mint patch, or how long total?
Like, not like how wide is it? Like, how like, keep it like wide, not like long wide. Like, how many cute
Wide, like I said on Roughnut's turn, 20 feet wide, the passage you guys are in. You guys can see because of the torchlight that it is 20 feet wide at the moment. You can't tell anything out further than 30 feet away from you because there is no light that at least, allows you to see anything. Like, for all you know, 30 feet, more than 30 feet in front of you, it could expand out a lot more. It could lead into a wider room, or it could lead into something that is still as straight and narrow as the area you guys are in currently. But you know for a fact that it is not narrower than 20 feet, because if it was, your sight of the mint patch in front of you would be obscured. So it is at least 20 feet wide from the long stretch from where you are to the mint patch in front of you.
Okay.
Did that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. I was not going to explain it again because fuck you.
So mean.
She's gonna turn, looking annoyed, and fire off a lasting fire, centering in the middle between them and the creatures.
Napalm. Flaming sphere, yay!
Yo! Flaming spear. Nice. You just pull. You have a cigarette. You just throw it on the floor.
Okay.
Oh frick! Oh my god.
So the swarm, something you guys can notice actually as the flaming sphere goes out towards them, it lights up the area and you guys can actively see them now.
Oh yeah.
There are around
Or if not smart.
40 or 50 stalkers just kind of collapsed in on each other, moving together like some kind of unimind of just one gigantic wave. It seems that their movements are completely telegraphed with each other, as if they were just one gigantic mind that is just moving together at once.
To make what scared?
And-
That's a good idea, Barry. No
What?
context. No context. Sorry, what?
So yes, as you throw this this sphere of fire forward, the way I'm imagining it, yes, you can move this thing with you as a bonus at least. I'll have to write down the rules later specifically, but yeah. As you throw this sphere of fire towards them, you just see them kind of like sprinkle out a little bit. Like it goes from a gigantic wave to kind of like a ring, and the center is the flaming sphere. And now is the time where I'm going to roll the dexterity saving throw for the swarm to see how well they all effectively react in time.
I wish there was like a enhanced disability, so you can make people roll advantage on those type of rolls, like enhanced ability does.
7 fails. So that's 2d6 fire damage, right? Yes, it is. Want to roll that damage for me then, Roughnut? Ouch. 8 damage. Okay.
That's a good idea. That's really clever too.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn, Alana? Okay, Royal, it's your turn up. Jimbo, that's you.
Right, so I'd like to first I'd like to dash forwards.
Towards the mint patch.
Yes, towards the middle.
Okay.
So how far would that take me if I wanted to also take an action?
If you wanted to take an action and not use your action to move,
Oh, I mean bonus action to dash.
that would take you 30 feet.
Alright.
How long was the total length away? This miss.
It was 90.
Thank you.
Alright, I'd like to light a torch real quick and just drop it on the ground so the others can see. Would that be an action?
We still
Oh,
have
you mean, like,
Roughnec's flaming
yeah.
sphere.
Yes, but the
Oh.
flaming sphere is still only it's on the stalkers. If you guys would be able to see the stalkers, and they would not. Well, okay. There would be enough light for the stalkers to be able to be seen, but you would not be able to see your surroundings.
I see.
Yeah, alright. I'd like to drop a torch,
In a second.
a lit torch on the ground then,
Digest.
or just
And
hand
would
it
you
off to somebody.
Would you just like to? Would you like to light the torch on your
Yeah,
action?
light a torch and give it to someone. Would that be an action or no?
That would take your action. Yes.
Alright, I'll
If you wish
I'll
to
light a
drop
torch, give it
drop
to
your
someone.
torch, that would also dropping a torch would be a free action, but you can light and give it and still have your other torch still.
Yeah, I'll light another torch, give it to the nearest person. Ayo, Ivan, do you want this torch? I got a split real quick, alright?
Ivan.
Ivan.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Also, the flaming sphere radiates 20 feet bright light and 20 feet dim light. So that's 40
So
feet
40.
of light.
So not as much as the 30 feet of light.
Ah, that's fine.
That's the flaming sphere. So can we see the entirety of the length of the cave, the width of the cave? Cave with that?
That's behind you. What I told you earlier, like that was around you. The flaming sphere is behind you. Behind you is actually narrower than where you guys are right now.
Oh, okay.
And
Yes,
with
so-
that, actually, now that you made that detail, could you please roll me I'm gonna say, you can make me I think a perception check. Yeah, perception is better, best fitting.
Okay. 24.
With the patterns of the path getting less narrower as you go forward from the entrance back there, you can probably best figure that as you go forward, the area around you will tend to get wider if the pattern of the path stays at least.
Okay. Whose turn is it next? Not mine.
If that is the end of Jimbo's turn, Royal, you are 30 feet forward, which means Royal is now 30 feet towards the mint patch, so he has 60 more feet to go. And that would be Nikolai's turn next.
Oh. Well, let's see. First. Well, first of all, dash. I have a bonus action to dash.
Okay,
And
that's 30.
as I run, I'm going to spray some acid behind me.
What is the range of acid again? Cautious caustic brew. Damn, y'all are really going for those deck saving throws, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, don't worry. I got wisdom saves. I can make them do.
Okay.
Because I mostly see spraying it at like the ground, so if
Yeah.
the stalker runs over them, it actually might burn them all. At least I would hope to trip them a little.
Trip them with acid.
That is unfortunately not how the spell works.
It's still gonna burn when they run over them, though.
Are you trying to spray it onto the stalker swarm, or are you trying to because it specifies that it only works like on creatures within the line. It
Yeah.
doesn't say anything about leaving a lasting effect on the floor.
Spray them
Yeah.
on the stalkers, I guess.
That was clever though. I did like that.
Yeah. Oh, does that succeed or that succeeds?
Yeah.
Ah. Next time.
Is that the end of your turn, Nikolai?
I mean, what else can I do? I already said I died.
Right. Sorry. Okay. So Nikolai is 30 feet closer towards the mint.
Oh, so did you roll for Granny Smith and Laddicum?
Oh, you know what? Yes, thank you for reminding me. I just realized I did not do that. They will not act on this turn order, but yes.
Okay.
And
In
Raiden,
Raiden, yeah.
Too.
Dude, I forgot Raiden was here. I'll be perfectly honest.
Same.
Like completely.
So it's now Vincent's
Okay,
turn.
this one
Yep.
is gonna be for. This one's gonna be for the samurai.
Oof.
Ouch.
Ah.
This one is gonna be for Granny Smith.
Oh no. They,
Granny Smith.
they could act on this turn then.
Oh, no.
We push Raiden and run. And this one is gonna be for Raiden.
Not 20.
Hey.
Yay.
That's
You got something I rolled. Fight. Let's sound. I'm gonna fight for 1, 2, 3, for 4th place.
So Samurai is going dead last, and Granny Smith is going 9th. So they actually won't be out this turn, at least.
Remember to add them to the initiative.
This is what I am doing.
Okay, cool. That's why I replied to it to make it simpler for you to get it to it. Okay, so
Vincent,
Vincent,
do you want to go before or after Raiden?
I wanna
Actually,
go-
never mind.
I want to go before.
Never mind. Yeah, that's what I was planning on doing.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna do what Barry suggested. I'm gonna use Major Image and conjure a wall in front of the stalkers. That way, they use waste an action to discern it.
Whether it's real or not.
Yeah. So yeah. So spell. All right. And the light. I know where the a grand majority of them are, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And this wall actually, yes, because you can see them perfectly. This wall will also perfectly cover up the entrance because it is a 20-foot cube. That means you will be able to cut off entirely their sight line from them to you as well.
All right, and also since I can make it look like whatever I want, it's big. It's a brick wall, but big red letters.
Brig.
Go get that mint, right on it.
Go get that mint.
Okay, and I use this my turn to just try to just my movement to just get up as close as I can, 30 feet to the mint. Then I end my turn. So I'm now 60 feet away.
Major Image is an action to cast, correct?
Yes, so I can't dash.
You have anything that allows you to bonus action dash.
I do not know.
Then you cannot move.
Oh, I can't? Oh, okay. Oh, I thought I had
'Cause like
movement.
I said-
I thought I had my movement.
Yeah. You, because this is a fleeing combat.
Oh, okay,
you
that's
have
fine.
to use your action to
Oh, I see. That makes sense.
I'm also really sorry. I was supposed to
Yeah, no.
actually post it in rules, but I ended up losing that document.
Yeah, it's all
it
good.
ended up corrupting, which is really unfortunate. Because I put a lot of work and I lost like 3 hours worth of work in that shit.
Oh. Well, it's okay. What? That was a fun thing to do though. The wall. That was such a good idea, Barry.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
you could do when I
exactly.
saw
That
you
was
doing it.
genius.
Like, yeah, no, I gotta stop the entire session to compliment you on that real quick.
Yeah,
All right.
Barry. That was Barry's idea.
Whatever, man. May I interject a bit? You forgot Laddicum on the turn order.
Silly
Thank
what?
you for reminding me. I forgot because he's going dead last, and that might be what he is by the end of this.
Oh no.
Dead. That wasn't clear.
Oh frick. The thorny weapon spirit man died.
By the way, guys, I'd like to apologize real quick for this not running as smoothly as I wanted it to, with the corruption of my that one singular doc. I wasn't able to post the rules. I'll have to redo that, but I'll be able to post them in the
Yeah,
future.
next time.
You're fine.
Yeah, I've
Being
been having fun.
Yeah, being a little bit caught off guard at the moment. So sorry if
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
screwing up a little bit, but you
Yeah.
guys are gonna love what's coming though.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
super
D&D is
excited.
D&D if there's a bit stuff.
Yeah. What? When we started this stream, the audio messed up when I had a bunch of time to fix it.
You know what? Yeah, that's motivating.
Yeah.
I'll fucking take it.
Yeah, what? You're better than me.
Nah, Sparks, don't say that. Okay, before we get any further into that, we got off track. Raiden, it's Raiden's turn. Raiden, what do you do? Wait, that's me. Haha, totally on purpose. Okay, Raiden on his turn is going to notice the brick wall, the writing on the brick wall, and he will nod over to you, Vincent, and he will use his action to move 30 feet forward towards the mint. The mint! And that will be the end of Raiden's turn. It is now Ivan's turn.
Vincent says in Japanese, "Good job."
If you allow me to do this, as a 5th level monk, I have 2 attacks.
Oh,
Could those be used to grapple 2 people and take them with me if I move?
I'm going to say no.
No, really?
I'm saying no because if you did that, first off, I actually wait, hold on. I like it. I like the idea. I very much do like the idea. However, as grappling states, can you grapple more than one target at once?
No,
I'm not remembering anything that specifically says you can't or can.
I don't know. But it'd be
I'm
pretty
thinking
cool if you did.
it would be pretty cool if you did. I'm gonna say, I'm thinking, because if I let this happen right now, then you can do this in the future too, and I don't know what that might cause if I allow it now.
I would
Yeah,
never
you can actually grapple
Not that.
as many
Just for
people
this-
as you have hands.
If you allow it just for this scenario, I will never use it.
Oh yeah, Wilbur's here. I forgot that too.
You guys see Wilbur getting torn to shreds behind you.
Oh
No,
no!
that would be really bad.
Vera's
That
on
would
my
be
shoulder,
really bad.
remember?
I learned about.
Me
Yeah.
and Vera are vibing.
Yeah,
He's on my shoulder.
And
Yeah,
Wilbur
you
is
can-
with Nikolai. You know what? Actually, I'm going to circumvent the Wilbur thing. E.T., in the future, on your turn, you get to control Wilbur.
That's cool.
What actions does he even have?
But yeah,
That's
gamers, you can
case.
grapple when you can grapple as many creatures as you have free hands.
Okay, if that's the case, then yes, Ivan, I'll let you do it, and then to circumvent what I just said, I will say, never mind. I'm going to own up to my other mistake, and I will roll initiative for Wilbur right now.
Haha.
An 11.
Alright.
So it was just okay, Ivan. Yes, I will allow you to do this, and because they do not have to make checks if they are willing, you can automatically just do this.
Okay.
I will say, actually, you know what? I will also allow you to do this in the future, but I'm gonna say, if you successfully grapple 2 targets on your turn with your attack action, I'll say you can do it with a key point.
Okay.
For now, in this situation, because they are both willing, I will say it does not have to be a key point. But in the future, you can do it again if you use a key point.
I will grab Vincent and Alana's wrists and use my bonus action step for when spending the key point to dash 50 feet forward.
Oh, I forgot you have 50 feet of movement.
Yep.
All right, so 50 feet, you said?
Yep. And just bring those 2 along with me.
Vincent and Alana. Okay, what do you guys say as this happens?
What was that for?
No.
I hold on to Vero. Sorry, my mic was on. I hold on to Vero. He was on my shoulder, remember?
Yeah, you hold on to Vero real good. Actually, for this specifically,
Can Vero
Vero
fly?
nearly actually falls off of your shoulder Vincent, but you managed to catch him perfectly, and you now have him clenched right under your armpit, so he's just held right in place.
What?
He ain't going nowhere.
Under the armpit.
Look
I was
down.
gonna say, can't Vero just fly?
Yeah, but Vincent's first saying,
Can,
"Oh
and
frick,
I would have
we're
to-
just zooming." I was like, "Oh frick, I gotta grab him." 'Cause he's all small now.
He can, but at that point, I would also have to roll him in initiative too, and that would just be too much to keep track of at once.
Yeah.
Yeah, fine, alright.
I suppose
That was
Alana
my
just has to
intention
drag them
originally,
smirks.
too.
But dang, my nat 20 gone.
No, I'm saying, yeah, that did do something.
That was cool
Sparks.
though. I like it. I'm not
Yeah,
complaining.
Vero looks, actually, as you go, Vero does look thankful that you managed to hold on, because he nearly did just fall off.
Yeah, because if I wasn't expecting it, he wouldn't be expecting it.
I'm sorry to say this, Nikolai, but Vincent has adopted Vero now.
Wait, what? I didn't
It's
say that.
official.
I don't have those
It's
papers.
to go. Okay, so moving on. It
It's a
is
part of the crew.
now Ivan. End of your turn, correct?
Yep.
Okay, Stalker Swarm time. You guys just hear gnarling and gnashing of teeth and glittering of these pincered paws just going across stony floors. And you guys just... You can see, like, pincers sticking through the illusory walls as they try to discern the illusion, wasting their action to do so. But they do figure out it is not just a wall. But that is the end of their turn entirely. Smart going. It is now Granny's turn, as Granny looks to everybody else who is back and says, "All right, youngins, there's one thing to do in this situation. Run like your life depends on it, because it does!" And as she says this, she actually hoists Ladakun over her shoulder, which looks like she makes it look like a lot easier than it possibly could be, for those of you that are not that strong. And
Dang.
she moves 40 feet forward.
When
with
they all have
Ladakun
gains.
on her. And that is the end of Granny's turn, and on Ladakun's turn, Ladakun actually looks like this. Like this has probably happened in the past, of Granny Smith just suddenly picking him up on her shoulder and just running down. You can see that he actually reaches.
Reaches what? Joe, you cut out. Whatever, man, you cut out.
What about man?
Everything okay?
Whatever,
Sorry.
man, you died.
Oh, he found
Yeah.
the cheese.
I didn't realize Discord had crashed. Where did I last leave off?
Laddie Cooten's turn.
What did I last say?
I don't remember. That was 5 seconds ago.
Okay, yeah, like I was saying, Ladakun's turn. Ladakun doesn't look like he's new to this. This has probably happened in the past of Granny Smith just suddenly picking him up and putting him on her shoulder and just running forward. You can actually see that he is so used to this, he manages to reach behind his back and pull out a longbow and angle it at a perfect, like, degree so the string won't hit Granny Smith at all. And he knocks an arrow and he shoots it through the wall towards the Stalker Swarm. And this will actually be a secret roll, because not even Ladakun or any of you guys will be able to know if he hit or not. Because, you know, the wall's in the way. Oh, damn! Okay. That is the end of Ladakun's turn, going up to the start of the turn order with Alana again. Oh, and if you sacrifice Vincent, you also sacrifice Vero. It's a 2-for-1 deal.
ED didn't want to. Nikolai didn't want to be my walking buddy. So I stole his kid. This is what happens when you leave Vincent. You don't pick Vincent on your dodgeball team, guys. He'll accidentally steal your children through your charisma and just hello.
I'm genuinely sad and Vero just suddenly hates me.
He's always
I
been
am
like this.
It's
He
always
hasn't been. He hasn't like fucking flipped me off.
He already had the chance, for he was a bird.
But it was
Oh,
just,
don't worry, ET. Don't worry, ET. It's his rebellious phase.
Yeah.
He'll grow out of it.
I'm
He-
still genuinely sad though.
Don't worry about it, ET. Trust me, it has a story reason. It has a narrative reason.
Yeah.
Move your
Also,
sphere towards her to keep up with Ivan, then catch your feet and keep running forward herself. How many feet forward do you move the sphere? Okay, so to keep track of those of you at home, the Stalker Swarm is actually the original people that have yet to move. They are actually around 30 feet behind you. So that also means that the Flaming Sphere is 30 feet behind you guys too. So that means it moves 30 feet forward, so it's actually 20 feet behind Alana, and now 20 feet in front of you guys. Actually, no, the Flaming Sphere would be just within range of you guys right now.
I'm confused. I'm confused without a map.
yeah, a little.
Yes, I'm sorry, I didn't have time to prepare a battle map for this one. I was too busy focused on the other things.
That's fine.
Um,
It would be around the area of Nikolai and Wilbert, just behind the both of them. Within safe range of not attacking them, at least. So that's good. Nice.
so wait, from where we were originally, how far away were they from us?
They were 30 feet behind you originally, but they are now 60 feet behind Royal, 60 feet behind Nikolai. They are 80 feet behind you and Alana and Vincent. And they are 30 feet behind Wilbur. Yeah, just Wilbur. Wilbur is left behind at the moment.
You didn't let him have his turn. You just...
Yes, because I skipped him. Because he deserves it.
Whatever, man.
No, you'll see, you'll see, you'll see.
So mean.
Ah, right. You're moving 30 feet. So, yes, Alana would be 80 feet forward, and Ivan and Vincent would be 50. And then Ivan would have to let go of his grip of Alana. Ivan, do you do this?
Yeah.
Alana moves 30 feet forward towards the mint patch. And Alana, you can definitely see 10 feet in front of you. The mint patch is right there. But there's something strange about the air. You can't just put your finger on it. The air around the mint patch seems... you just can't put your word on it.
Ooh, is it my turn?
Yes, it is now your turn, Royal.
Alright, I'd like to dash into the mint.
You gonna use both your actions to dash?
Yeah.
Then
No,
that gets
it's
you
our
6
double
feet
dash.
forward, gets you to the mint. You are now at the mint, Royal, and you are safe and sound within. Yeah, it's just straight up mint.
Can I pick some mint?
Yes, you can pick some mint. And as you actually go down, no, that would take an action. Never mind.
Oh,
So that's
okay.
Nikolai's turn up next.
Alright, now it's Nikolai's turn.
How
Yes,
far am I
Nikolai.
from the mint?
You are Nikolai.
30?
You are 60 feet away from.
Oh,
Alright, dash 30 feet, and then let's see. Can I cast onward to grab it?
To grab the mint?
that's clever.
Yes.
Hmm.
That is pretty creative.
Oh, by the way, what?
Yeah.
Did you roll damage for Flame Sphere? Because it moved past them again? The storm?
Oh, do I have to do that? I thought it actually would not do that because it moved away from them and through the wall. Would it do that? And by the way, Nikolai, I would have let that happen, but no, you didn't. You do not do that successfully, unfortunately.
It's mint.
How much
What is
AC
it?
does fucking Mint have?
Mint has an AC of 20. No, I'm joking. It had an AC of 12.
That's so dumb.
It is, unfortunately, but
It's
that
mint.
is.
It's
That's more
Mint.
AC than a frog.
And Thorn Whip isn't exactly designed for sheathing or reaping mint.
Why does Mint has more AC than a commoner? I'm just grabbing basically to flame.
It has
The
one more
wall
than
has
me.
more
Has one less than me.
Mints are superior beings.
It looks like it.
Mints are superior every single way. It's not that you don't fail to hit them, it's that your Thorn Whip isn't designed for just picking up mint at range, or plants in general at range. It's not
Specifically
what this was
mint.
designed for. So you do hit it, but it's not like you could.
Towards me, and it's some fucking plants.
What's Mint even look like?
Plant on plant violence.
I hate this. I'm leaving this session.
Don't you dare! I swear to God.
You're not allowing us to be creative. What?
Is this really what Mint looks like?
It's the end of Nikolai's turn, anyways. So up next is going to be Vincent. Your turn. What do?
I'm just gonna keep concentrating on that wall. And I keep concentrating on the wall, and also mainly I can't move. I was concentrating on the wall.
Don't forget, you don't have to use your action to concentrate first off, and second off, you can actually use your bonus action to move the wall. Though if you do that, Wilbur would be behind the wall at that point.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
But you can still use your action to dash.
Okay.
You should be 30 feet up.
Yeah.
Just because we got a distance, like 10 minutes.
Wasn't I just 50? So can I dash?
Yes, you can.
Okay, I
You haven't
dash.
used your action for anything else. So, okay. You move 30 feet forward, and now you are 30 feet away from the mint.
All right. End my turn.
60 feet. Oh, no, you're 50 feet. No, you're in the mint.
Okay. And I don't think I can pick it up.
No, I don't believe so.
That's fine.
And by the way, D&D is not exactly known for its consistent rulings on stat blocks. So, right. It is now Raiden's turn. Raiden moves, still just trying to sprint it as fast as he can. He's not exactly built for running. And yes, 4 cats can kill a commoner on average, and a single cat can kill a commoner if they roll max damage. But besides that, Raiden moves 30 feet forward. It is the end of Raiden's turn. Wilbur's turn. Wilbur was actually stunned from fright. He just kind of locked up. But Granny Smith shouting to run to those left behind, which is just Wilbur. Wilbur actually manages to snap out of it a little bit. And what he does actually is, on his turn, he uses a bonus action to set up a small little, just a kind of like a small little trinket of a mouse. Like you can see a kind of like a clockwork mouse that he appears to wind up. And then it glows red a little bit too, as he sets it down after winding it up, and it scurries off back behind the wall, and he uses his action to move 30 feet forward. And that's the end of Wilbur's turn. It is now Ivan's turn.
Okay. So Wilbur's now 30 feet. What was right? Is Raiden 60 feet or 30 feet up?
60 feet. I haven't updated them yet.
Okay. Ivan will use. Ivan will run towards the mint.
I think it's a foul smell.
Do you use a bonus action to get towards the mint?
No, just using my normal.
Normal action. Okay. You are now within the mint.
And that'll be my.
Okay. So next up is going to be the Stalker Swarm. As the Stalker Swarm actually moves through the wall, you can see that there's actually about 10 less of them than there were before. From those of you that can kind of discern this fact, you can probably come to the conclusion that that little wind-up mouse that Wilbur just used managed to distract a few of them for a little bit. But chances are that can only work for so long before the mouse either gets catched or they lose interest, and the 10 of them will eventually catch up with the swarm once more and rejoin the wave. So that is, you can see the Stalker Swarm move out, now starting to move 30 feet towards you guys, and is actually within range of Wilbur. Wilbur now needs to make a dexterity saving throw. Hooray!
All right.
And also to answer your question, Roughnut, it was never exactly stated. All you heard from Granny Smith mention about it is that they just don't like a mint. She never specifically said what about it they didn't like. Wilbur's dex saving throw, succeeds.
Perfect.
Wilbur manages to duck and cover as a few stalkers just move forward and slash, moving as fluid as a wave of water, as they just go forward and they try biting on him, they try scratching him, they try pouncing on him. He just manages to roll, dodge, and move out of the way nimbly. But he still manages to get a few nicks and tears and bruises, not being completely damaged, but still managing to avoid extreme mortal issue. And that is the end of the Stalker Swarm turn. It is now Granny's turn. Granny is once again still having Laticoon on her back, is going to just keep on hoofing it towards the mint. Granny and Laticoon are now 80 feet from... They're now 80 feet forward, 10 feet away from the mint. And just to reiterate before we go back to the top of the turn order, Royal, Vincent, Ivan, and Granny and Laticoon are all safe currently. Or not Granny and Laticoon. They aren't safe yet, but they are really close to safety.
Oh man, what if I just made it smell like mint? The wall. That would've been clever. That's too late.
You can do it next time.
Yeah, I can.
Hey,
But
you're still concentrated on the wall.
yeah, I can still do. I will try that.
Whatever, I'm still hating you for that decision.
Okay, whatever you say, man.
Just because we forgot his existence at
And
5
even
minutes.
fairy thing is BS.
It's because I thought of it mechanically and I allowed you to do it. You just didn't roll high enough to do it.
Yeah, you can try again.
How does a mint have that high of an
Yes.
AC?
And also try again.
I have other things to focus on.
Alana's turn.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not exactly AC, because once again, do completely remember, you are trying to harvest a plant with a fucking whip. It's not going to work that well.
Yeah.
Wait, did you guys get my turn?
It's not your turn. You already took your turn. You got within safety on your turn. It's
Yeah,
it's
okay,
Alana's turn.
cool.
Granny already took her turn, and Laticoon also did not take his turn because there really wasn't much else to do. But yes, it is now back to the top of the turn order, which is because Granny Smith already took her turn. Granny and Laticoon are now 80 feet towards and 10 feet away from the mint patch. It's now back up to the top, which is Alana's turn. And also, by the way, Sparks, I don't know how to break it to you, but commoners have 4 HP.
Oh, real. I thought I was thinking, but I was like, wait a second. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, no, they might have 10. It was either. I was like, I was at first I was gonna say 5.
I'd allow you to do this, Alana. And Alana, as you investigate the mint, it doesn't look like any normal plant you've ever seen before, at least. Just being within the patch, it's just something that you don't really like is just an aroma of this strong smell of, well, mint, you know? If you know mint plants, they have that smell about them, especially when it's just a gigantic patch like this. I didn't describe it that well because you guys finally got close enough, but it's just kind of like an overgrown area. Just think like you're stepping on grass, but it's not grass, it's mint instead. It's just completely overgrown. Extremely thick. Like heavy underbrush of mint.
That's really cool.
And with a 23, inspecting the mint closely, you can see that it doesn't look like any normal plant to you. It seems that the consistency and texture of it appear more closely to plastic than any kind of carbon-based plant. And another thing is, it doesn't look as natural as other plants would be. Like where other plants might have a darker green color to them, this one has like a bright lime green to it that you could only really see when you got this close and really understand how like heavy the coloring on it was. But it still smells like mint. It's just that gigantic aroma of it, and it's just completely overgrown. So it's at least growing like plants too. You're actually in. Yeah. Alana's turn is over. It is now Royal's turn. Royal, what do?
So first, I'd like to use my bonus action to move deeper into the mint patch.
You
Alright.
move deeper into the mint patch, and as you kind of push away some rush, you actually notice something. There's a crack in the wall, just a tiny enough crack that there's some light seeping through on the other side. Can you make me a perception check, Royal?
Oh no, perception check.
Yes, can you make me a perception check? You with your one eye, because you have the mask covering the other eye.
Wait,
Oh,
let me check my
Ah!
passive perception. It's probably like an 11.
It's 10. Your passive perception is 10.
How did you know this?
Because you have a 10, you add your perception bonus to it.
How did you know this?
Ah, dude, my passive perception is actually a 10. You're wrong.
You're
I
incorrect.
said it was a 10.
Nah, dude, I'm right, you're wrong.
Guys.
We're both
L
right.
plus ratio.
Guys.
Damn,
Jimbo's all like,
Rob, not why? Okay. So, right. I'd say using your base DC, you can definitely tell the light isn't natural, it's artificial in nature, but there is light seeping through this crack. You can't make past anything, further.
Alright, I'd like to stab the wall.
oh, well, that's an action.
A stone wall. You
Yes,
want
I'd like to stab it.
a stone. Yeah. Actually, yeah. Can you make me an athletics check?
Athletics? Okay.
Break sword.
Let me just check my athletics real quick. It's probably really bad.
You are a rogue though, so it shouldn't be that bad.
It's acrobatics for rogue.
-1.
Oh, acrobatics or dex.
Let's see that athletics check, man. Let's see.
Oh,
that
athletics.
check.
Okay. Yeah.
The
Oh.
most athletic person around.
Yeah. Boom.
10.
I love your sheer confidence.
You stab your sword into the wall with a clink of the metal bouncing off of the stone. Thankfully, you managed to avoid damaging your sword, like
Thank goodness.
slamming it into a rocky wall would. But you don't make any progress that would utterly open the crack either.
Alright, alright. I'd like to call the wall a stupid, idiotic piece of sediment that would disappoint any good, caring mantle of Earth.
Dang.
The wall is absolutely devastated emotionally, physically, and mentally. You have won this encounter, despite the fact that it has not been broken down. You still know you have won. And that's the end of Royal's turn. Nikolai, 60 feet. You have 30 more feet to move before you get to the mid patch.
You can try the Thorn Whip again if you would like.
How far away is Wilbur from me?
Wilbur is 30 feet behind you.
I have an
I use
idea to
Wilbur
get
to
Wilbur
grab
here.
him towards me.
You're gonna
And
use
then I
Thorn Whip.
run.
What are you gonna do, Nikolai?
Cast Thorn Whip to grab him and then run.
A 6. Oh my god. A 10.
Come on. He's willing. He would be willing.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do. He's gonna take the damage, but even though it does not hit, I will still allow Wilbur to make a acrobatics check to attempt to. He just needs to get it out of his systems. Wilbur will attempt to make an acrobatics check to grab onto the vine, to try to hold on as you drag him forward. He will still take the damage if this does succeed. And I'm setting a DC of, in the chaos of a swarm of these monsters that are rushing you behind you, and everybody's running, not
Come on,
really
13.
thinking all that well. I'm gonna say it probably would be pretty hard to try to grab a small vine that has just been thrown to you like so suddenly. So I'm gonna say this has a DC of 18.
Uh,
Oh my god.
what?
Oh.
He's close. Come on, he's close.
Come on! Ah!
He has a +6. He just needed to. Oh.
Can any of us gift something to him?
I think.
do have-
Levin
I
said he
have,
would.
I have another idea that's weird.
Yeah?
We'll get to it on my turn if it works.
Alright.
See if it works.
Nikolai, you used Thorn Whip as a cantrip on your action. Do you have any spells you can cast as a bonus action? I would allow you to do so right now. I would allow it, yes, because Flash of Genius is a reaction. I would allow you to do this. And Wilbur makes that DC.
Yeah!
Yes!
How exactly does your Flash of Genius work again? Could you describe to me what you do in order to give Wilbur this bonus?
Alana talk first time says, do better.
You don't have to give too much detail if you don't want to, but like, I just kind of want to hear what like your idea of it is.
Yes, here.
Genius. Take it. Take my intelligence. You throw a rock at him, and you manage to actually knock it directly into the path of his foot. He trips over the rock, and he notices in time the whip, as well as the rock, and he noticed you threw it. And with your deft aim, you manage to actually allow him to trip just a close enough distance to be able to actually grab the whip. You knew if you did not trip him like this, his fingers would have fallen just out of reach of the viney tendril that is extended out towards him. He manages to grab on, though, now being dragged by Nikolai, moving 10 feet forward.
Funny. That's funny. That's funny.
Mince.
At least you're channeling it.
Chad.
The virgin commenter.
Nikolai, you still have your bonus action.
I thought I already used my bonus action to dash.
Oh, did you dash forward or backward?
Dash forward with Wilbur
Oh,
on the wire, just like slowly
right now. So you move 30 feet forward. Wilbur moves an additional 40 feet because you do also pull him a part of using it. So Wilbur is 70 feet away from the thing, and you are now safe.
Good. Chat of mint.
That's very funny.
That is the end of Nikolai's turn. Vincent's turn. You are safe within the mint.
All right, I'm
And
gonna.
you also see Royal swinging his sword at something. Like, actually, you can hear Royal swinging his sword at something. You can't see him because he's like behind some taller pieces of mint that obscure your view. But you can definitely hear it. You can also hear him insult the wall, and despite not being able to see the wall in general, you just know from the words he had just said that that wall is absolutely devastated.
Well, that's he's always been kind of odd. Um, well, other than that, Vincent is going to okay, but Vincent is going to so would messing with the my wall I made like be a free action? Just so I know.
Bonus action.
That's fine. Okay, I'm gonna use my bonus action. I'm gonna coat the wall like you know how those like people on Twitter have like those like walls for like leaves or something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have mint I'm gonna have mint just grow out of them, and they also smell of mint as well.
Hmm.
And I'm gonna use a perception check to see how they react.
Make me that perception check then.
You got it. Perception. Yo, that's clever. That's clever. We might have some other people back there. That was clever though. Oh, I don't notice anything.
Well, they're still running towards you because you also did not move the wall. So whether they're running towards you or running away from the wall is to be decided.
Would moving the
Of
wall
course.
also be a bonus action? Like a part of
I
it?
think looking at the spell description, can you not do that? I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see.
All right, yeah, go. If not, it's fine.
I'm gonna scroll up.
Yeah, good idea. Don't.
Major enemies. Once you are within range of the illusion.
You use your action. No, you can use your action to move.
Move
You
the
have
wall?
to use your action to move. Yeah.
All right.
Well, there's not a bonus action as thought in order to change it, but it is an action to move it.
Ah, that's fine then. That's all right. I'll use my move for that. My action for the perception check.
All right.
Yeah, and I don't. I think I need a full like an actual action to pick up some mint.
Is that the end of Vincent's turn?
Yeah, it looks like it.
It is now Raiden's turn. Raiden moves the final 30 feet stretch. He's just been fucking booking it this entire time. Like a goddamn Olympic runner, he finally reaches it. Safety. Raiden has arrived to the mint patch. That's the end of Raiden's turn. It is now... If I could look at pins. Wilbur's turn. Wilbur is still holding on for dear life, but he's finally actually within range, so he manages to let go of the Thorn Whip as he's just been dragged along the floor. You guys can just see like an entire half of him because he was being dragged by his side. You can just see the entire half of him is just covered with like bruises and like dirt and like muck and all that because he was just ran through just this dirty cave floor.
Yeah.
But that does not stop him from soldiering on. You can actually see one of his glasses eyes have snapped off completely, and just the other one is barely holding on for dear life. That actually just barely manages to fall off as he gets up off of his knees, moves forward, and just like stumbles a little bit as he just hits the ground running, just finally making it within the mint patch, and basically just throwing himself into the mint. He's just breathing for his life. As he was just, that was a completely panicked run he just made forward.
Oh dear.
And poor Wilbur, he got the worst out of all of you.
Yeah.
Ivan's turn.
Well, he would have had chest around if someone didn't forget about his existence.
Hey,
I did not
hey,
forget about
in his events,
terrified.
I think everyone forgot about Wilbur being here.
Yeah. But yes,
I
Ivan.
didn't.
Everyone but you.
I'm gonna take a peek at what Royal's staring at.
You're going to what? You kind of cut out
Take a
there a
peek at
little bit.
what Royal's staring at.
You move forward further into the mint, and you just see past Royal. He's swinging his sword at a crack within the wall, with a tiny bit of light peering through.
Stupid piece of shit sediment.
All right. Is the crack outside the mint?
The crack, the wall itself, basically, as soon as you guys made it past that 90-foot line, you actually look up a little bit, and the light shining through, it appears there's a hole in the ceiling of this cave, and oh, there goes a Fred boat. Whatever. Fuck you, Fred boat. There's just light shining through a gigantic circular hole, almost looking as if it was cut into the roof of this cave, but it possibly couldn't have been. So
Jimbo,
it's pretty
why'd
simple.
you leave? Why'd you use...
Fred boat left, not Jimbo.
No, Jimbo used the /leave command.
Because it wasn't playing any
Oh.
music.
Oh.
But yes. You managed to see, basically, past the 90 feet line, it is just mint. Just mint lining the walls. As if, actually, weirdly enough, now that you also pay closer attention to it, it's like very exact. Like, past that 90-foot mark, there's just suddenly mint. When past it, there's just none. Like, how do I put it? Like, there's no way a plant that would naturally be growing here would be able to just specifically stay at that point. You know, there would be some growing over, or some that is still peering over. But no, there is no mint that is going past that 90-foot line.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna take out War, my katana, and I'm gonna do like a EI jutsu / like sword cut at the wall. Also, this is gonna be a reckless attack, so I have advantage.
Nice.
Okay, you can make me an attack roll then. 22.
Is he attacking
You
the wall?
managed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
As you guys can just kind of see, like, as Ivan reaches down and he just draws the sword in one swift motion, cutting as he draws it as well. He just manages to help Royal, as Royal and Ivan, just kind of in motion and in sync a little bit, actually manage to hit roughly the same spot as well of loose stone, as more of stone chunks just begin to start falling out. Not enough for you guys to be able to fit through or anything like that, but still enough for you to get a better sight past. You see a door. And the best way to describe it is an industrial looking light over the door. And it appears to just be kind of like glowing a soft orange, just kind of humming and flickering over the top of the door. And the door itself appears to be very, like, metal looking. Like, okay, to better describe it, past the crack in the wall, there is just this kind of 10-foot radius squared room. And at the end of this 10-foot radius squared room is this door. Barry's dog is bad at something, of course. How about we take a small water break here? 5-minute break?
Okay.
Fine.
I'm gonna go get water.
Okay.
I'm still hate the mint so much.
Alright, we're good.
It is funny though.
And also, like, this seems so suspicious. I feel like there's going to be a
We're
trap
taking a
door.
5-minute break, by the way, Barry.
I
you
feel like
don't
there's going to be
water.
a trap door or something opening up right as we're picking the mint.
I wonder if I could use my unseen servant to pick it up.
No,
Not-
he
not-
doesn't
not-
even hate mint. I think he would like absolutely love the flavor of mint. I don't. He just feels like the presence of God, absolutely hating the mint.
You guys think I could maybe use my unseen servant to walk in there first and see what happens? And then it'd probably die.
I mean, if I think it could work.
That way we just know if it's
How
trapped
many
or not.
stealth do you have left this box? How many
Oh,
stealth did you use?
it dies of cringe. I have one. I have all 4 first level. I have all 3 second level, and I have my last 2 third level. Unseen Servant's first level, so I wouldn't really do that much. I definitely would have enough for Dissident Whisperers. Because I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have like 9 rounds of Dissonant Whispers I can use. I'm just gonna double check. In case you have a boss battle, I'm gonna double check what the block and spin does again. Block and spin. There it is. Slowed me by Kuma, and that music of owner Mono. Dono. +1 to magic gives disadvantage
By
on
the way,
charm saving
besides Mint,
throws.
how are you guys liking the session so far?
I'm having fun.
It's
at least.
amazing.
Pretty fun.
Yeah, I'm having fun.
Yeah.
I liked my wall. That was really
I'm currently
that was so
Good.
clever,
saying
Barry.
my minting, so never mind me.
I like Mint. No, you don't.
Do you guys enjoy the concept of the different kind of combat?
Yeah, I like it.
Yes.
It makes things different.
I very much think of if I had my notes that didn't get corrupted, this would be a lot more smoother. But I'm gonna have to rewrite that. But I mean, hey, at least this is one kind of combat that I'm gonna be able to post because
Yeah.
that's right. I spent 3 hours theory crafting and designing new kinds of combat. Because fuck you guys, I wanted something new for y'all to experience.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of the chase session in Naruto.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Naruto.
And also, by the way, Rough Nut, yeah,
Oh,
it
yeah.
is a little weird. That's because it's a different kind of combat. I'm trying to encourage you to think more strategically, because in a situation where you're being the ones chased, you have a few things you can do. Like,
Yeah, we
it's
don't
kind
have
of
control
like,
of the area.
it's a sudden adrenaline like rush thing, and not only just that, it's only an action or move to kind of like promote you guys to experiment and be
Yeah.
creative. Like that T did, using like the fucking thorn whip to try to get them in at a distance. That was smart. I
Yeah, exactly.
I applauded in my head. It just really fell off when they only rolled a 10 to do it.
I hate this. Why?
And yes, I described it as AC when I absolutely should have described it as DC. So
Dark
yeah, that is a little bit on.
comics.
Royal could have actually, because he is a rogue, he starts with ball bearings. He could have used an action to take out ball bearings, coat them in lamp oil, set them aflame, and then roll them across the floor
Yeah.
to trap off an area from the stalkers advancing. Like, there are tons of other things you guys can do. You all have equipment you can use too. Like, that's why I said this is a situation where you have to be creative to do it.
Yeah.
You're a rogue, Jimbo. You start with it. Or at least you should, I think. Fuck. I
What?
didn't account for Royal's weird eating.
Why did you eat them? I'm gonna do it with a hammer.
Throw it as a distraction. They're moving as a wave, which means
Yeah,
they're a
trip
very,
them. That could
they
trip
are
them.
a unimind being at the moment. The hammer wouldn't trip them, but it would if it distracts one of them. If you just manage to distract one of them, you would technically, by proxy, distract all of them. Okay, so
He has one more doodle.
that's true, I suppose.
Canceling
It's not
mints.
exactly perfected, but I'm.
Die.
oh, that is so much more funnier than you'd think.
Oh man, this mint's gonna come alive and try to fight us.
I'm still seething with rage over this mint. I hate it.
I don't even have equipment.
Nikolai doesn't even hate it. I do. He just feel like a presence somewhere, just emanating rage. Oh my god, I'm gonna make Calliope hate mint.
Oh, she's allergic.
She does. She actually likes caramel. She just fucking hates mint.
That's funny.
She can't even have allergies. She's immune to diseases.
Speaking of allergies, I find it funny that I made Ivan allergic to birds, even though Vero isn't a bird. He still sniffled.
He still sniffled, which is funny. Wonder what that means.
Wait, are we still on break?
Yeah, we're still on break.
Yeah,
You know, we'll be off break, I'll say, in like 5 more minutes, because I also have not taken a chance to go and get water. And if I get back, I can actually swap over to my laptop, which might make this a lot more easier.
Yeah, we should beat up one.
So yeah, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get water, and then when I join back, I will be on my laptop. You guys will be hearing me in a much better quality, so you can better hear my amazing voice.
Has special spirit. What's that even mean? Oh, oh, I get it. Like the bazooka.
I hope you guys are enjoying my mint hate.
It's very funny.
How long has it been since session 3, like in game? Because I'm gonna search up something.
I want to
I
say
think
3 months. 2 months.
I want to say 4 months.
Yeah, 4. Yeah, we had a 2 month time skip. It's June right now. We started in March.
It's actually been 2 days.
Not true.
Entire journey's just been 2 days. Just like
It's still so weird how the Straw Hat's only been a crew for actually like 1 year to 6 months.
January cook pasta.
It has definitely
After
not been.
7 days.
It's definitely not been 8 months. The session 3.
I'm just can you read the highlighted part?
Uh, generally cooked pasta, whether dry or fresh, can be 7 days in a fridge and freezer. What is this even for?
Oh,
The
by the way,
spaghetti.
I
Special
actually
spaghetti.
I actually would want to say, by the way, I really enjoyed the Chad Virgin meme you made for the mint. Funniest shit I've
I
ever
hope you
seen.
enjoy my
It would have
mint
gone
slang.
bad so far. Sorry, Ethan.
I was gonna say I hope you, the DM, enjoying my mint rage so far.
I actually am. It is hilarious. I find it
Because
very
I
funny.
will do more. I will vent out my rage more.
I think you'll like
Also
what's going to
not-
happen next then.
I know something's going to happen. This is so much setup for a trap.
Okay, so let's see here. Who's okay? Is everyone present?
Yep.
Yes.
yes.
Okay. Right. Okay. It was just Ivan's turn, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. So Ivan, I was just explaining to you about the door. So you Are you focusing entirely in the little area?
Yeah.
Okay.
You said
Looking up
door
here,
with light.
yeah. Right. Yes. There is a passageway forward towards a metal door, which you can probably guess is like at least 5 inches thick. which is pretty damn big. So it's just this fucking clunky ass, gigantic ass industrial door with what appears to be like, do you know those grated lights? Those lights that have like the metal bars around them that are kind of like circular and oval-ish in shape? You know the ones I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's one of those lights hanging over the door. Like, hold up, I'm actually gonna see if I can't find a good example. Good example image. This is good enough. One of these kinds of lights just kind of hanging overhead. You can definitely notice, though, that the chain as well as the metal grating is very rusted. It's a miracle that the light is even working still.
And
What
I'm
is
just
this
like,
place?
what the hell?
And you can see, actually, writing on the door. Can you make me a perception check to see if you can actually make out what the writing is?
Sure.
Oh
It's
no!
Very
writing,
I
that's
also
for
make a
sure.
perception.
That's a
Man,
very
we
I
all.
also
legible
make a
image.
perception
It's still
check.
dark here, guys. It's still dark in here.
You can make me a perception check, Royal, if you
Can,
wish.
can I
Yeah.
as well since I'm nearby?
No,
No.
you can't see me.
Aw.
Nope.
Yo, there's
I
definitely
wanna
something on the wall.
One metal door.
You'll have to wait until your turn.
Aw.
Aw.
Okay, so Ivan's turn is over. It is now the Stalker Swarm's turn. The Stalker Swarm actually appears to be full back in power after they managed to get back. And just kind of moving forward, just trying, just like full bum rushing. They basically are like completely cut off from their prey now. You can see that they're all looking very desperate. And you guys can actually see somewhere in the middle. Yes, your sphere. They'll be running up on the sphere right now, actually. You can see somewhere in the middle, actually, there is one stalker that appears to be directly in the middle of all the others, and it looks crazed. It looks manic. It appears about as thin as a malnutrition dog would, with like, if it had basically a normal like biology and anatomy, it probably would have like its rib cage showing.
Ooh.
And you can see its movements are just like very erratic in nature, and it is looking extremely crazed, and its mouth is salivating at the sight of all of you. And you guys can all see that the other stalkers are following this singular one's movement as just rushing forward once more. It moves 30 feet forward, now 60 feet. Ivan,
Mm-hmm.
you are still 50 feet away, which means the Stalker Swarm actually gets within your range. Can you make me a dexterity saving
No,
throw,
I
please?
was
Yeah.
in the
Yeah,
mint.
we're in the.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
you were.
he's
Shit,
with
okay.
me. Yeah,
Yeah.
where are the bin?
Right. Wait, what am I saying? Yeah, I literally
Literally,
just.
we're just there
Yeah,
looking at
he's
the door.
next to me.
Literally,
please.
literally everyone is in the mint.
Yeah.
Please excuse me. I just
That's
had
all
a
I was
massive
asking
brain
if I
fart.
could look at the door.
Please excuse me. I just had a massive brain fart. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. That was
That's
bad.
okay.
That
That's
was
okay.
actually very bad. I'm sorry. Okay. I was just looking at my list and I realized I didn't. I'm just realizing the reason I
Yeah.
didn't update it was because literally everybody is in, so it didn't really matter if I did or not. So you guys can see actually, rather than just because you guys are safe now, the initiative is basically going to be done away with. But before we move like onto that, you guys can actually see those of you that are not at that little area past the brush to see the door. So that would be
Oh yeah.
Nikolai, Vincent, Wilbur, Ryden, Granny, and Latikun can all see that the Stalker Swarm, once which was just chasing after you manically and quickly, is now just more so intimidatingly just moving slowly, just kind of all pacing towards you. And it is extremely fucking intimidating when every single one of these stalkers are moving at the exact same time.
Can I
Exact
try?
same paw movement, exact same movement entirely.
Can I try to move my wall in front of us to like block them?
You can do so, but by this point, you would have recognized the fact that they would have recognized the fact that it's an illusion.
No, that's fair. I say the wall this turns
And I will
into
also
says, "Dang, didn't work," and then just fades away, poofs.
And
Well, I think
you can actually
probably-
see that the stalkers are actually purposefully staying right behind the flaming sphere. They're not moving any further past the flaming sphere.
We should probably hurry up and grab this mint.
Yeah.
And we should get out of this. Something goes off.
Yeah. Then, so can we start just like rushing, picking up mint?
As you guys begin picking up the mint, it actually very much is. It actually very much is like a lot more. Yeah, you can absolutely just play with the sphere if you wanted to, but you guys can actually see just as you go down to harvest the mint. This doesn't look like a normal plant at all. Like I said earlier to explaining it to Alana, it looks plastic in texture and consistency rather than normal plant matter. You're still able to
Right.
cut it just fine, but it still looks plasticky.
I'm using my dagger.
Danny, I made an investigation check if that means anything.
Exactly.
You would be able to hear Ivan and Royal both awing at something they found, apparently. You actually hear Ivan kind of mumble under his breath a little bit. What the fuck is this? That's what Ivan said, right, Barry? Was that
Yeah.
something along those lines? Yeah.
Uh,
How do I remember that, but not the fact that all of you guys were in the mint?
No idea.
also, I have a question. Can I start putting mine in the bag of holding?
Sure.
It seems
Cool. Just so we have what we came for. In case somebody were like, "Oh, frick, I tripped." You like roll acrobatics or athletics. You drop all the mint as you're running away. just so we can achieve the goal.
You manage to get enough mint as you guys just go bend down and picking up. Vincent, you managed to purposefully, because Nikolai is focused on like investigating around and all that. Nikolai, you also head over to the area where Ivan and Royal are, peering through that hole towards that door.
I'm just like,
And-
oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Vincent, you managed to be able to pick up as much mint as
Yeah.
you need for the ship. Now, what were
Yeah.
you saying?
Can I use my passive perception to look at the writing on the door?
Before that, Vincent, what were you saying?
I would say, like, is anyone else picking mint? Is anyone else?
Seems like it's just you, hombre.
Oh,
Or maybe
man.
Alana, too.
Like, I assume Alana
Is-
was.
Is Granny Smith and Radical
Yeah.
not picking up?
No, they are not, because they are not the ones who need it. Yes, we're out of initiative now.
Yeah. So is anyone else picking mint? Because I have a joke.
Aren't we going here because of Granny
Yeah.
Smith?
No, we're going
Granny
here.
Smith led you guys
Yeah,
here.
no. She's leading us to here to get stuff for our ship. Yeah.
Granny Smith sets down Latticoon as she
Yeah.
actually.
I want
just
to eat a
kind of
mint.
What's up, Jimbo?
Oh no, I was talking like in character.
Okay, hold on. Okay, let me describe this real quick, and then we can get over. We'll go over there for a moment. But before that, Granny Smith actually sets Latticoon down, and she just kind of pats him off a little bit because he also got a little bit of dirt on him. And she says, "Looking lively there, Sonny. You're still just as agile as you were since the day I met you." And Latticoon just kind of like laughs a little bit, and just he kind of like kneels down a little bit towards Granny Smith and just kind of looks her over to see if she has any injuries either.
Aw.
And like they just barely made it out of there, so Latticoon does just give her a little bit of a hug. And Granny Smith does hug him back,
Aw.
just giving him a small little pat on the back.
So
Also, Alana wishes to eat the mint.
yeah. Chomp.
Okay.
Con
You wish
save.
to eat the mint.
The brainwashed you into liking them.
Can you please?
Alana gonna be possessed, guys, by the mint god, the Chad mint.
Can you please make me a Constitution saving throw?
Oh no.
Cast enhance ability.
Too a little bit too
I
late for
feel
that.
like
Too late.
It's-
Oh
Succeeds! Yay!
no! Oh, thank goodness.
Oh my god.
Oh, man, what's up with our rolls? Why is the only good roll we've had so far making sure that Vero stays in my armpit? Why is that the
You
only
said
good
one
roll?
20, and that was that.
How
You
is
had
Miro
one nat 20.
dealing with being? How is Miro
I assume he
dealing
got
with
out
being
after
He
Ivan
is traumatized.
let me go. What? It was not 20.
Yeah, I know. I'm joking. But, like, you actually managed to have him pretty safe the entire time.
Can he be
actually
helping
pretty
me
much
pick
got,
up
like-
mint?
Yeah, he will be helping.
Yeah,
you
I'm
pick
holding up
mint.
my bag of holding, so he handed it, so I put it in there for me. But wait, no. Okay, no, it doesn't really go in. It doesn't really
Yes,
go in,
Alana.
but
You were running.
Yeah. So Alana, you reach down and you pick up a leaf of the mint and you put it in your mouth. And the first thing that overwhelms you is the taste and the smell. Despite it looking plasticky in nature, it absolutely does taste plasticky too. Not taste plasticky in the sense of that's what it tastes like. It's what it feels like on your tongue. But surprisingly enough, it does not have the consistency of plastic. It just has the texture of it, which means it moves around like a leaf, but it very much feels like plastic. So you manage to bite. Yes, it is real. You bite down on it, and you manage to chew it up. And it very much does like go down like any other herb you'd eat would be like lemongrass or anything else like that. As you just kind of feel a little wrong, but not wrong enough, like basically the equivalent of a small upset stomach, but nothing too bad.
neat.
But the smell and taste does overwhelm you for a moment because it's mint. What do you expect?
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you hate those kinds of smells and stuff.
The best breath round.
Alana, the next persuasion check you make, you get to add a +2 to it.
Yo,
Yeah.
I gotta get some of that mint, guys.
How long does that last? How long does this mint
Infinite,
last?
infinite.
It's just until the next persuasion check you make. And it does not
Yo.
exist.
Ah,
So it lasts indefinitely until she makes a perception.
I'm wait,
Persuasion.
wait a second, wait a second.
Now.
I'd okay. What you know how Duke always
Uh,
has one more than me. I can get it even, but I'm not doing that.
Okay.
I'm not doing it though.
Royal.
Yeah.
yo, guys, I think me and Ivan found something over here.
What is it?
Gestures at a large metal door.
Oh,
Not okay. You guys can see the metal door. You're not like the thing isn't actually fully open. To kind of describe it, the entire wall is still there. It's still completely intact. You guys just managed to cut out enough of a chunk that you can actually see in through it. Before, what was once a small crack through it is now a small hole. So you guys are able to see through it and into the room. But
Hey.
you don't have like a direct path to it.
hey, what?
Yeah, so could we get like some help breaking?
Let's slow down for a moment.
Yeah.
First off, I heard Vincent talking first.
I heard ET talking.
I can go next. I can go next. Yeah, easy.
Okay, I think Royal was technically the one who was talking first since he was the one who asked at the first place. I
Yeah.
think. So Royal, then ET, then Sparks.
Yeah.
Jimbo.
Democracy.
Alright, so I think we're gonna need some help, getting to this thingamajig behind this wall.
ET.
Mhm.
You were saying
What?
something?
I was asking if I could use my passive perception to look at the writing on the door from earlier.
Right. Yes. What is your passive perception?
18.
Oh.
Yo.
Okay, before we get to that, because that is actually really important.
Yeah.
Vincent, what is it you wanted to
All
do?
right. So as you said before, the mini stalkers are obviously like walking in tow with the big boy.
The mini stalker? What do you mean?
Like the little stalkers and the really like shriveled up like hungry one. They're walking
Not-
like in unison with them.
Yeah, basically. So to kind of describe it, imagine it's just a big wave of stalkers, like how soldiers would march together. It's just this nice, neat, organized, just marching of these stalkers, with right in the middle leading, not in the middle, not in the front. I mean, not in the middle, leading them all right now, is just this emaciated-looking one that has a crazed look in its eye,
Okay.
still salivating at the mere
Yeah.
sight of you. And they are all walking in unison with it. You definitely can tell because every single twitch it makes, every single small movement of its feet, every single small movement of its eyes, everything else follows.
All right. So in that case, I am going to Let's one second. Let me double check what this item does.
Oh.
+1 to magic. Okay. So I'm going to be
Yo?
yeah.
Are you using it?
I'm using the block and spin. I use Dissonant Whispers to make him go as far away as possible. He'll obviously come back, but still.
It gives you a little bit of downtime.
Cast.
He needs to make a wisdom saving throw, correct?
1 second. Wasn't it when is like block and spin also give like disadvantage for wisdom? Trying to look. I know I have it.
Block and spin gives disadvantage to saving
Charm.
throws to spells that have charm effects.
Yeah, okay.
Dissonant Whispers, unfortunately,
It's not.
a charm effect.
Yeah, it's not. Dissonant. Okay. How do you spell dissonant?
Dis, as in like you're dissing a man.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Yeah.
like consonant.
Like the town in Earthbound.
I guess.
Yeah.
So do exclamation mark cast space dissonant whispers.
And it's a +1 as well.
So that means you have a +1 to your DC, which is now a 15. Okay.
Yes.
This guy is just. It failed.
Let's go! I'm just like,
First off,
I grab the block and spin, I start playing it, and I'm like, we need to get back to our mint picking. Mint
Is it
picking.
like a dog whistle where only they can hear it?
Yeah, only they can hear it.
Yeah, basically, you just see like as like rather than just like because normally for dissonant whispers you do play an actual tune.
Yeah.
For this case, you pull out the block and spin. You actually take all of your fingers and cover up every single hole of the flute, and you blow as hard as you can, giving out a small shrill tune that you guys can kind of hear, but not really. Like, do you know the bison whistle in Avatar: The Last Airbender?
Yeah.
That sound. That sound.
Also, Vince after that, he says, "Bad dog," as they run away.
You just like, basically, it seems that only the one in the middle like gets this, as just like it just kind of shakes irritably as it just turns around and flees 30 feet away from you.
Do I impress the rest of the
like,
crew?
Kind of like, yeah, the rest of the crew follow with it too. As it kind of like, once it reaches that 30 feet mark and the effect of your spell ends, you just see it kind of skid to a stop, like, and kind of drift a little bit, with using its pincers to its advantage, as it kind of lifts its back legs and then just kind of turns around to be facing you once more. Not moving anymore, but still staring at you from this distance. And Nikolai, moving forward, you see through the hole in the wall. And you make out with your 18 passive perception. You make out a... You see, once again, the previously described thick metal door with engraved in the door is Voltov-01 site.
You guy just kind of stumbles back a little.
And it's almost as if on cue. You guys just see, like, what could possibly be seen from the ceiling, that circular, like, ceiling, a hole within the ceiling. Just this kind of wire just snap off. You guys can actually see it now with the light bringing your attention to it and the sound of the snapping. Looking closer towards the rest of the stone lying around the circular hole, you guys can see a line of wires as this one of the wires snaps, which you can assume is from age, as this lime green arcing energy sprawls out of it. And you guys just see this energy just start sprawling into these long lime green colored electric tendrils as it immediately arcs to what you guys could assume to be the closest thing to it, but not really, because if that was the case, it would arc to the wall. But it arcs towards the mint. And you guys can just see as soon as the lime green, just electricity, just makes contact with the mint, every single one of it, almost as if a chain reaction, just bursts into flame.
Oh, frick! Vincent jumps up.
Flame. Just, thankfully, it is not temperature based. You guys are all actually within this flame, but it appears to have no effect on you whatsoever. It's not a kind of heat that burns at you, that gives you blisters or anything. As a matter of fact, it appears to be running over all of you completely just unharmed entirely.
Vincent was sitting in the mint patch. He's just like on fire.
This is fine.
Yeah, literally. This is fine. Like Vincent's like, oh, I'm fine. Back to mint picking.
Okay.
Man, this going
Just
to
picking
transform
more-
into something.
He's just
Nick-
picking more mint.
Oh no, Nick.
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay, now question. All of you. Have all of you guys used at least... Okay, for every single one of you who has used a first level spell slot, if you have used a first level spell slot, you regain 1.
Yo! I get back my
Did I
dissonant
read-
whispers from earlier.
Could I regain one key?
Unfortunately, not how that
Aw.
works. I'm sorry.
Damn.
It's
It's
only
like
spell
spell slots.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, not a good enough argument, and you don't know what this is
Alright.
either. So
Man, how do I get
Little
spell slots
strange-
back?
strange happening.
then for that rough nut, nothing happens for you. Only those of you that have used a first level spell slot. and
Glad I
have
used
one
that last thing
empty
last
and
turn.
available. You gain
Well,
1.
well, what you could say that I am a first level spell slot.
Fair.
No, Jimbo, you cannot get a duplicate of yourself.
Alright, so.
Okay, but yes,
here's-
that's not all the electricity arcs do, though. You guys can just see a same kind of like wire through the hole snap off, and you see the lime green just tendrils just kind of reach out of it too, looking like with just these crackles of sparks and energy just coming off of them as the tendrils make contact with each other, arcing with each other almost similarly to how a Tesla coil discharges electricity out into the air. They make contact with each other even through the rock as it just crashes through the rock, causing all of it to just kind of spray out like shrapnel. And Ivan, Royal, and Nikolai dexterity saving throws.
All right, I have advantage on those.
Yes, you have advantage.
God damn it.
Oh, you're in the wrong one, Jimbo. Why don't I?
Jimbo fails, unfortunately.
Where is this happening?
Because you are not close to the wall.
Oh, good point. I
this
am
is for
not.
all
I'm in
those
the
that are
mint
close to the
patch,
wall.
on fire.
Jimbo, even though you did not roll in VC no Mike, that still fails. I will still count that as still fails, Jimbo. Okay. So that is going to be okay. Ivan, you take 3 damage. Same for you, Nikolai. Royal, you take 7 damage. And if this matters at all, bludgeoning. Oh, it does not, unfortunately, because Ivan did not rage. So he does not have resistance to this. So
It's just 3 damage.
it's just 3 damage. Cyber hell.
Jimbo. Love Jimbo.
Oh my god, cyber hell were all those fucking bitch ass calculators that don't want to press enter go to. But yeah. And despite you all taking this damage, it just there is now an opening into it. There is it's an opened passageway. You guys can actually reach the door now. Unfortunately, this is where you all also come into the conclusion that the mint is immediately burned away. This is no longer a mint patch.
What?
This is just
What am I sitting in and putting in my bag?
Ivan,
all of the mint
Ivan-
within your bag. Sorry,
Ivan
hold on.
imme-
Before Barry. Vincent, all of the mint within your bag is safe and sound, but all the mint around you just burned away.
Yeah, oh, that's fine. I get up out of.
You
I'm in the flames. Like, oh man, the mint's gone. I sit it back up.
Yeah. Okay.
Ivan's
I just kind of called out to them. Are you guys okay?
Oh, I'm just sitting in
I would-
flames.
Ivan's eyes immediately dilate and says, get in the door now," as he stares at the stalkers.
The stalkers, not even letting a moment pass them by. You guys just see just the eyes of that one in the middle just immediately go into slits, as you can just imagine that this thing is going absolutely mad with hunger, as it is just running for you guys full sprint. From
Yo.
before, these things did not move this fast. Not this fast at all. It is now moving 60 feet around towards you guys.
How much space is between us and the stalkers, the ones at the
90
door?
feet.
I'm gonna run towards the door and see if it's
Yeah.
locked or
Alright.
not. Or is there
Yeah, I'm
any
gonna,
mechanism?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Will-
dash towards the door and
You
can
know,
I use an action to shoot at the manged stalker?
I'm gonna say You cannot dash to the door, but yeah, all you guys like get to the door.
You know,
Jimbo, you may take that pot shot. That is the only one that gets to take the pot shot right now. Royal, you get to take one pot shot
Can I
with your
check
gun.
the door? Can I check the door to see if it's locked or
Door is
anything?
unlocked.
can I
Alright, Robin, get in. Everyone get in.
Vincent's
Royal
gonna.
does not hit.
You guys know the thing teachers do for like fire drills? How they way out for they
Yeah.
do the thing at the door, like, go, go, go. Who's outside go last? That's Vincent right now.
Ivan just pushes Vincent in as he's the
Get
last one to join.
in.
But yeah, I got
Being dramatic.
it. Captain has to make sure you guys live.
You
That's the
guys
job.
just, like, okay, Ivan, you manage to get in and you close the door behind you as the last thing you see are the stalkers inches away from your face as you manage to slam the door closed and you just feel the force just bang against the door as despite this being around 6 inches thick of pure metal from what you can tell, there is now a gigantic dent within the door.
Ah, fuck, this is gonna hold.
They are no longer slamming on the door anymore, so you can imagine that they basically just stopped from the equivalent of smashing their door, their nose
Oh.
face first into a pole.
It's like a shark. He's like punching him in the nose. And
Yeah.
they stop.
Hey,
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Did
good that
we-
we're not being chased to death.
did we get everybody into in?
And
Vincent
Yes,
made sure of
everybody
it.
is in.
Yes.
Everybody is in. Granny Smith,
Alright.
Laticoon, and of course Raiden. They are all in.
And Wilbur.
what about Wilbur?
I didn't say him.
And Wilbur.
Yo,
I made
Wilbur's
sure. I made sure to stay out
I didn't
there.
say Wilbur. No, I'm joking. Yes, Wilbur is here. Wilbur is indeed here. Yes, I'm joking.
Alright, let's block off this door just to slow them down a bit more.
Closest thing to you at the moment is just lying rebar, which is actually wait. Why is there rebar just lying on the floor next to you?
Wait. Metal?
Yeah, metal rebar.
Oh,
You know
fuck.
the thing they use for concrete?
Wait, question. Is it
Yeah,
light?
yeah, I know.
Before we
Uh,
get the first focus of you guys is to just block off this door at the moment before you focus on anything else in the room.
Exactly.
But we can't see anything if there isn't light. We can't see-
Oh yeah, there is light. There is light, of course. Yeah,
Okay.
sorry. I'm sorry.
That's what I'm just asking.
Yes, there is a dim light going through the room. Like not like dim enough you can't make out like fine details, but like I don't know how to put it. I'm sorry, but yes, there is light in the room.
Like flickering light?
Yeah, like flickering light.
Can I start stacking up rebar and pieces of concrete in front of the door?
Alright, like
Not
I'll
concrete. No,
see what-
like you can actually take the rebar and put it through the door because it's a kind of handle that you can stick something through it, and with the way the door opens and closes, it won't be able to open because there's something black blocking the pathway.
Ah, nice. It's got a deadbolt.
Yep.
Yeah. I guess I'll see around if there's something heavy to put on the door for the secure the thing.
Alright, now that we've got that
And
sort of
looking-
while
blocked.
I was gonna say looking around this room too.
Okay, so to describe the room around you guys just see this appears to be some kind of front desk-like area of extremely dilapidated, like almost as if this has been here for years, just completely overgrown. You guys can just see from the ceilings through cracks in concrete and other such things. There is just this lime green plant-like growth just going through, exact same color as the mint was, but not mint entirely. You definitely know it's not mint, but it has the exact same color. And doors around you, the door you just barred off, there is now just there's a door ahead of you, and to your right is a small sectioned off area, which looked like it could have been for a door, but it's just this big patch of dirt that is just kind of like falling down the side. So you guys can definitely assume that's a small area which probably would have been used for construction, but no.
Alright,
Does
Can
this
I
place
let it
feel any familiar to me?
Well, considering the door outside had your fucking name engraved in it.
Well, I'm asking you first.
Okay, Nikolai. You can definitely know from your notebook, as well as the other things that you know so far, this is a site which was owned by your company at one point. That you know for sure. This is a site that one of your companies has used to either produce research or just generally just be a kind of secondary location overall. You don't know exactly what this place is for, but you can tell from a fact that it's a -01. This is the first of something. It could be the first of the sites entirely. It could be the very first site at all. But you know that's not true because the very first site was your garage back at your house, back when you were kids.
To answer the question, Alana, I am not too sure myself, but it would appear to be a former site of that belonged to my company back in the day. I cannot remember its purpose though, but I think we would discover its purpose soon enough looking around here.
Can I light a torch?
You may light a
Oh,
torch.
what?
It's not exactly completely bright, but you can still light to get even better light.
Yeah.
Yes. Bright light instead of dim.
Ivan will turn to you. You don't want to smoke out this room. Put that out as he takes out a lantern.
Smart.
This will be better.
Let there be light.
Also, this lantern is not like your normal lantern. It's like a slightly purple.
Yeah.
It's like slightly purple.
Nice. Very
Oh,
cool.
Do
really?
I remember what this place study you do?
Make me an intelligence check with disadvantage.
Oh, curse you. Jimbo.
You can definitely
Volkov
tell.
is my last name.
I don't think Nikolai actually ever
No,
changed his
yeah,
last
yeah,
name.
no, yeah,
No,
yeah.
no.
He only knows Nikolai and Balloon Demon.
Yeah, he does not know Voltov as his last name.
Yeah,
I think
What's
that
Nikolai's
when
last
I
name?
introduce myself, I would always say my full name.
That's a good point, actually.
I don't think you ever introduced yourself to Royal.
No, I thought we did when we first met at the whole
Did that?
sailing
Dude,
I
pole.
don't
that was
know
so
that
long
happened.
ago.
No, I don't know.
That was so long ago.
I could
Was
see
there-
it both
was there a
happening.
time skip?
Yeah,
I,
both very much could have happened.
are you saying that I just went on this spell with Royal without introducing myself at all?
Well, he does have his own
Maybe.
bow. He does have
There
his
was a
own
2
bow.
month time skip. There's time to introduce
Yeah,
yourself.
I figured we've
Yeah.
known each other's names by
Yeah,
now.
absolutely. I don't know. That would be hilarious though, even after a 2-month time skip. That would be fucking funny.
Nikolai's
But
just
yes,
scared of
okay.
him.
I will say, Nikolai, to further explain, from the feeling that is going on within your head, you can feel your synapses lighting up, neurons activating, as you can definitely tell this is either a very, very heavy memory that you do not wish to remember, or it's something that is so far back that it's going to take some time to remember too, which is why it's so hard to
Oh,
remember at
God.
once.
I noticed
Well,
Nikolai kind of struggling. I hand him
don't
Vero.
have-
You hand Nikolai Vero. Nikolai,
Is
it doesn't
Vero
do
still
anything.
rejecting me?
Can I do an
Vero
animal
does not
handling
reject
check?
this time, actually.
Me.
No.
Okay, cool.
There's gonna be no animal
To
handling
give
check
him.
for this
To give
child.
him. Yeah. Like,
No.
nicely.
Vero just actually does, because it actually does look like Vero is scared of this place, as Vero actually does go to your side, Nikolai, and kind
Aw.
of hold on to your side
Well,
like a
that's
scared
that's
little
cool.
kid. He actually
I-
goes off of Vincent first. Vincent does not give him to you. Vero goes to you first.
Nice. I like that better.
I kind of just put a hand on him to just try to pat him, try to just comfort him from this place as I figure out my own mind.
You know, despite him being apparently mechanical, it seems he's showing fear to this place because he is shaking slightly. But yes, can you make me a intelligence saving throw, or not saving throw? Check, intelligence check. Do you have proficiency with history checks actually?
No.
Then it does not matter. Okay, yes, intelligence check with still with just disadvantage.
I don't want to have to roll disadvantage.
We can give you enhance ability.
Could Vero give him the help action?
Not in this case, no.
Yeah.
But enhance ability may work.
I can do it for him.
Oh yeah, I forgot you have enhance ability now.
Yeah.
But so does Alana. I almost
Akira.
said Akira because that's Alana. That's a rough nuts
Alright,
nickname.
Yeah.
Should I just roll
It's
strength
up
then?
to it's up to them if they wish to use a second level spell slot to give you.
It's
advantage on
Vincent.
this.
He'd do it for his crewmate.
Let's see what Alana says first, though.
This is encouragement.
Or-
Psychology.
It would just be encouragement.
The way I imagine it is there are specific, like, there are specific chemicals that can enhance pieces of your brain to either remember things better or have better attention span or like stuff like that.
No, like
Because
Vincent
You
knows
can
he's
see,
Vincent-
you can
no,
see
no,
Nikolai
like
putting a hand on his temple, trying to
yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's
look
nervous.
like he's deep in thought.
Yeah, Vincent's nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's nervous. So like, yeah, I know how to calm him down.
I'll allow it.
Yeah, makes sense to me. Yeah. You now can roll one more time.
No, you cannot. He normally would have had disadvantage, but your advantage canceled it out,
I
giving
mean,
him.
what would happen if someone casts invincibility another time?
Unfortunately, that's not how advantage works. You can't stack advantages on each other to get advantage again. If you have disadvantage and then you get advantage from a source to give yourself just a straight roll, you cannot then get advantage from another source to roll with advantage. It's just you get to roll straight. That's it. And also,
This
even
is
if you
why
get
I
enhance
don't like
ability at the same time,
rolling.
there are rules stated that you cannot benefit from this fame spell multiple times. So
Yeah.
even if someone else were to
This is
cast
why I
enhance
don't.
ability on you, you would not get advantage from that either.
Yeah, that seems a bit cheating. Dang. I think that would have worked.
Why was my disadvantage roll better
F.
than my normal roll?
But yes, so with an 8, Nikolai,
I
you're
want to
having a
remember, goddammit.
you're having a hard. Well, I mean, hey, it's good for your character because your character's entire thing is trying to remember but failing.
You can always come back.
Yeah, there's
But
that
it
too.
sucks.
And as you go along, you'll get more chances to remember too.
Yeah.
The first time isn't always going to work immediately.
Yeah,
As you close your eyes and put your hands to your temples, trying to deeply remember, it's just off of the tip of your tongue. You remember that here it was an experimental place of some kind for something. It wasn't exactly something you were too sure about. You remember the feeling of it for the first time. And that's all. That's it. With an 8, you only remember the feeling of planning for this place, not even what you were doing to plan. And you were feeling uncertain, in disbelief almost.
I suppose this would be a place for us to conduct some experiments of some sort, and judging from Vero's reaction to seeing this place, I would assume it was something to do with him as well. So perhaps something related to animals or plants of some sorts, considering the vast majority of what happened earlier with the mints. I say as I try to deduct the possibilities.
So what you're saying is, whoever made these labs made the weird shadow monkeys.
That isn't certain. I only
You
say
can
that it's
see,
some kind of experimental place. And
you guys can
my
see,
apologies, Alana. I'm trying to remember as much as I can.
you guys can see both Granny Smith as well as Laticoon the Pink Samurai just kind of like putting their hands across the walls, just kind of like getting a feel for the place almost, as it very much appears how Laticoon is following along with Granny Smith, that this is a trick that Granny Smith knows that she has taught to Laticoon before, and he's just trying to make sure he's doing it right, looking back to her again and again. And it seems Granny Smith looks back to you all and she says, "This place, it definitely does seem not ancient, but it's been here for a while. Much longer before any of us have been here, at least." Uh-oh. ET's being right back. That's not good. We need everybody for what's coming up next.
We need.
So another 5-minute break. A small 5-minute break for all of you guys to really recognize and comprehend what's happened and also get water, bathroom, and all that. I also need to take a moment to drink and process a lot of stuff too. And also stop talking so fast that I'm slipping over my own words. Meth is necessary, yes. I'll be right back. So, how did you guys like this little twist?
That's cool.
Yep, it is.
It's cool. It's cool. It's fucking cool. That's all you have to say?
I didn't say it's cool. I just said it is.
I think it's interesting. It's Nikolai's story. I don't have that
How
much.
dare you?
I'm
How
interested
dare you,
in
Sparks?
Nikolai's story, but
No, I'm joking.
yeah.
Stuff just happened to work out very well.
Yeah.
My mom asked me to take out the trash, and my apologies.
We're good.
So yeah, I'm back.
Right, where did we last leave off?
Looking at a table, I think.
We were discussing if they created stalkers or not.
I remember apologizing to Alana about not remembering things.
Hmm.
Yeah, where did a table come into this? I didn't mention a table at all.
I don't know. I don't even know what's
Yes,
going on.
Alright, let's just explore the facility then.
Barry, why did you post my mid-meet?
Huh?
Why did you post my mid-meet on Twitter?
Don't worry about it. I thought it was funny.
What?
Posted my
Yes.
mid-meet on Twitter.
Okay.
Great.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
So all you guys are moving forward then? Oh, also,
Yes.
Granny Smith was mentioning how I did a little detail where Granny Smith and Ladakun following along with Granny Smith, like almost looking as if Granny Smith had taught him this method of a little trick she was doing. He's following along to kind of like see if he's doing it right along with her too. And Granny Smith turns around and looks to all of you and says, "This place couldn't be any older than around 20, 30 years. No, actually. 10 years? 5 years.
I thought you said longer than any of us are here.
Exactly. Us being here on this island, I mean. I don't mean, like, as in the sense of us being alive or humanity itself being alive. That's a little bit too wide of a net to cast. I more so mean us being here on this island.
I mean, that's what I assumed.
Bruh! We're never gonna get forward, damn it.
We'll just do casual conversation now.
Yeah.
We can
Please.
assume. So there's two options. Either they created the stalkers and then created the mint to counteract the stalkers from getting into the lab because they escaped somehow, or the stalkers are already here, then they created the mint to stop the stalkers from getting into the lab. So
Yeah, it was pretty artificial feeling when I was grabbing all of it.
the stalker things don't seem natural either.
Yeah, definitely not. Yeah, too bad he's still kind of injured.
Granny Smith speaks up and says, "Well, definitely, we've experienced these stalkers for the past few years, 3 years actually. And every single time they've really exactly gone against us, it seemed like, well, they weren't like any other beast we'd seen. So I do agree with you, they do seem pretty unnatural."
Let's walk around this place.
And I'm back. Don't worry, I've been listening in. So Granny Smith, the guy just kind of pipes up. Would you perchance remember like any kind of vessel coming to this island like around a few years ago, something like that?
A vessel. Could you perhaps describe this vessel? Would there be any indicating features?
I don't remember much, but I'm just asking for general information. Perhaps a ship of some kind with maybe someone that looks like me. Maybe I don't know. And I mean to this island specifically. I'm not sure. I'm just trying to grab some. I'm just trying to find any information that could help me remember.
If I had to be remembering back entirely, I believe it was actually some time before we had a kind of main base, you could say. Before, this place was known as a sort of hub among adventurers who would come here. This place was just wilderness, just overgrown leaves and all that. And before the establishment of a hub, there was me and my husband. We had a good few years on this small island, and we didn't really see much of anybody else around here, but now that you mention it, yes, actually. I'd say it was around 12 years ago, 14 years ago. I'm sorry, my memory does not serve me as well as I wish it would, but it was around that time. It was around that time when it was not just a person who looked similar to you, but an entire fleet that showed here. Not of marine vessels or fighting ships, but rather they appeared to be travelers of some kind. And it was only until after that I had learned that they were a company of some form. And I knew that there was something they had set up here, considering they consistently returned here up until recently when the hub was set up. It seems that they had been gone from here from a lot longer than I thought. The entire fleet looked like you.
Clowns. Oh my god.
The clone
And
troopers.
I just kind of listens intently as as uh, as she kind of recalls the story.
There was only one of them, though. Of people who looked like you, I mean.
All right.
Funny.
Agent
So either
Nicholas.
me or my brother had started this whole place.
Do you know if the it was if the stalkers were here before?
Was he smiling? Was he smiling?
Was he smiling?
Oh, I forgot about that, Nikolai. You're always smiling.
I'm sorry, honey. I don't think I could remember. Any detail like that, my husband surely would have remembered, but he is not with us.
Well, it surely does help, at least a little. Thank you.
It's no problem at all, Sonny. I can definitely tell that this place here, it's important to you at least. It's linked to you in some way. I can tell from
Well,
just
it
you
does
being
have my
here as
last
presence.
name on the door, so
Yes, there
I
is
would
that, I
assume
suppose.
so.
And there is also that man who came here from the first place that also looked like you. But I was being very just generalized speaking, like spiritually almost. Kids these days, always taking things so literally.
Well,
Sometimes you need to loosen up and take things less literally.
Well, we shouldn't dilly-dally. We should probably go look around now.
Agreed.
Yes, that would be smart.
So I assume we just split off.
Not split off. You should not split up in this situation.
Alright,
No.
let's split
I
up.
was gonna ask.
Alright, Nikolai,
go?
you take,
Alright, gang, let's split up and look for clues.
Yes,
alright,
indeed.
Tube
So
Guy.
yeah, Jim, what you were saying?
Yeah, sorry. So,
Okay.
since we're splitting up, Tube Guy, you go with the Vero, and then everybody else come with me.
Classic Scooby-Doo.
Okay, so in front of you guys there is a small hallway. There is two doors, one to your left and one ahead, another continuation. The one to your left is labeled above, not on the door this time, above, B-06. And the door ahead of you is terminal room, labeled above the door.
We should definitely go to B-something 06.
B-06, just B-06.
Yep, let's go to B-6.
Is this where you guys wish to go as well?
Sure.
Sure.
Go on.
A what?
Entering in, you guys see just in front of you, there is just a kind of low-hanging mist around your floor, almost as if this room was being kept refrigerated almost, as you can all feel that the temperature has noticeably dropped as well. Those of you that are like clothed up mainly, you don't really feel its effects too much. It is cold. You guys can see your breath almost. But those of you that are not wearing as many clothes, you guys are definitely feeling the bite of the cold.
Vincent wears jeans and a leather
Poor guy.
vest and
Poor
short sleeve
guy.
shirt with cuts. Yeah,
So
he's
poor
freezing.
Vincent is feeling the bite of the cold right now.
I'm gonna use
And ahead
prestidigitation
of
on
you
myself
guys-
to make myself warmer, but it's basically nothing.
Ahead of you guys, there are two distinct things you notice. First off is a gigantic human-sized test tube-like thing. I say test tube because that's the best thing you can equate it to. It's just this glass cylinder. And next to it is this terminal that has a completely cracked through screen. It appears to be completely broken through. And on that part of it being broken, the gigantic cylindrical glass tube, it has a human-sized hole through it.
Oh.
And there is nothing inside.
I bet this is probably where one of those stalkers came from.
Yeah,
Guess I'll
probably.
look around with Alana too, kind of examine the computer
Yeah.
thing.
Which one of you guys wants to make me? Only one of you guys in this situation can make me an investigation check. Who wants to?
I have a +9 investigation check.
Okay.
Does it,
Alright.
what about you, Alana?
Oh, I've got a 0 in investigation.
I was asking Alana who wants to help the other.
I've got this guy's +1 and a passive 11. I kind of got a soul.
I have a passive of 24
Yeah,
for
but
investigation.
that's just cheating.
How is that cheating?
Thanks,
Okay,
Barry.
Nikolai.
Yeah, I hope there's a
Nikolai.
later reaction.
Alana,
How is
guys,
that
guys.
cheating?
It's not.
Guys,
It's
one
not.
moment, please. Oh, okay. Well, Nikolai, I wanted to ask you, what are you looking for first off?
I was gonna
For a total
say
of
that
32.
I said look around the terminal and see if I can turn it on. Maybe there's some info containing on it, even if the screen is cracked.
Like I said earlier, the screen was completely cracked through. Not just a crack, as in, as you reach down for the terminal and try turning it on, you see just the entire screen just slide off, as you can see into the terminal and see the mechanical bits. But,
Hey, this is
strangely
going
enough,
to be stupid.
you do notice something, actually. It's really stupid and weird, but it reminds you of your brother. As inside the terminal and the mechanical bits, you can see hidden below all of the mechanical bits, it's a file. With a total of 32, you managed to beat the DC of 30 to find a secret entry in this room.
Yo.
So that flash of genius was not just for fun. Alana gave you that. You may thank Alana now.
I could have inspired.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Thank
Imagine
you,
that
Alana,
nodal.
for the assistance. Would you perchance want to take a look at this file with me? Maybe it would interest you.
Duh. Alana gives you that duh.
I want to be polite.
Yeah. A lot of rude.
Opening
Rude.
Opening up the file, you see at the top of the file appears this file appears to be a kind of person report. Like, how do I say this? Do you know a personal record? Like how there would be date of birth, name, address, location of birth, all of that, and like a picture to the side? That is what the format of this sheet looks like. And looking down it, there are a lot of black lines across this. This is a document that is heavily redacted. Even though it is like hidden completely, there are still a lot of redacted lines into it. And I'm going to type out the few lines that you guys can't see.
Is there a picture?
You'll get that in a second.
Because if so, you didn't ask me to draw anything.
Yes, I didn't ask you to draw something, E.T. I did
For
not.
once. For once.
Can't believe this. Didn't ask me to draw my own NPCs.
It's not an
Mean,
NPC.
so mean.
It's an item.
but it's a personal record of someone that could be important.
Yeah, but you're playing an amnesiac. You wouldn't have control over that.
I should still have control in designing things. He couldn't even just say that, oh, I'm making a character of someone else right now. He can't lie.
Yeah,
Just like
but
he haven't used deception before.
fair, but
Can't believe whatever made robbed me of this chance to do a character design.
There are only, unfortunately, 3 things you can parse from this. However, there is also a picture. Hold up. Hey, so E.T., you know, anything Nikolai did, Nicholas very well could have done as well.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Nicholas still gonna be a bad
And
guy.
I posted it in VC No Mike. This
Gonna
is
be a-
about all you. The picture you can see actually. You guys can actually see. Nikolai, to you, the image is a formless blob of some kind. You can't make it out. Like, how do I describe an incomprehensible image?
It's
I
one of
don't
those
know
like
how to
therapy
describe it.
pictures.
Not like an ink splotch. Like, I mean, it is literally incomprehensible. You could either describe it as a kind of wobbly square, you could describe it as a pointed circle, or you could describe it as a flat triangle.
Ew.
Like, that is the
Wait.
kind of incomprehensible I'm talking about.
Flat
Like the
triangle.
kind that your brain just doesn't wish to comprehend.
What's a
For
flat
Alana, though,
flat triangles are already flat. They're 2D
Alana,
shapes.
you would
Wait a second. That's how
recognize
shapes work.
this as...
The shape is.
You would recognize the picture as the name I just sent you right now.
It's a shape. Wait, triangles are flat. They're always flat. That's a pyramid.
Sparks.
Sorry.
A pyramid is 3D.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was confused. Like that's a 3D triangle. That is what
Like
a
a
3.
flat pyramid. There you go. A flat pyramid.
That's a triangle. Just say the word triangle.
Damn it.
That's on my mind. A flat triangle. Like what?
I don't.
You just said the same thing twice.
Yes, this is
Yes,
going along
it's
with
going
the previous message.
With the files thing.
Does anyone else wish to look at the image as well?
I look at it. Vince doesn't know what's going on, really.
Vincent, you would recognize the image as your grandmother Maggie.
What? Grandma? Wait, oh, you mean my grandma or my mom?
Or grandma, sorry. Dude,
Okay.
I really wrote down her grandma's name. I
That's
forgot
fine.
grandma's name.
What does
Julia.
everyone see in this image? So
Wait.
question, what does everyone see in this image?
So I see my grandma.
Yes, does anyone else look at the image too?
But I can't see the image. It's just blank.
Yes, actually, funnily enough, Royal, yes, the image for you is blank.
Well, this
Wait,
is
what?
an interesting specimen then. Since our perception of this specimen seems to be different per person, I would assume, based on its name as well, that it will be able to alter what people see of it,
Yeah,
even
Vincent.
including
Yeah.
pictures.
Vincent holds up his flute. Like, I just see my grandma in this.
Yeah, that I see something that is incomprehensible. I cannot describe it, but based on my current theory, this is someone that could make illusions or something that distorts our perception of things, of itself.
Gamayun pops up in your eye suddenly, Nikolai.
One more
Sir.
person next time.
Sorry, sir, would you like to turn on the warning?
What?
The visual warning. You did not enable that setting.
Sure?
Visual warning has been enabled. The next time I would pop up, you will get a small notification in the peripheral of your vision before this happens. I would like to report to you. It seems
yes.
that with the learning of this B-class-like thing, I have gained access to a file of other specimens within your brain as well.
All right. We shall take a look at it later. Do you have a file of this specific B-06 specimen? I wish to look at it further.
Unfortunately, not. The only other thing I'd have that is closely remotely resembled to it is rather than files on these B class, I have access to this thing called
Gamers?
D class.
Yeah.
Gamers.
Yeah.
I have to go right now. You guys can continue. I'll probably join back in a bit, but yeah.
Okay.
Okay. This is going to be casual conversation, and we're going to be exploring a little bit. Yeah.
Yep, alright. See y'all in a bit.
Okay. But yes, like I was saying, Gamma Yun does say to you, I can't find anything on B class, but the discovery of this B class specimen has opened me up to files within your brain that have been labeled as D class. I have names of the files, but I cannot gain access to them. It seems that it's an access that is restricted even to me and you.
Can you tell me the name of these files nonetheless?
There are a lot of them. We can do this later.
All right.
Is Barry snoring?
Barry?
Barry, are you falling asleep on us?
Barry.
Barry? Barry?
Barry. This is recorded. Oh, no.
my god.
Barry.
Oh my god. Wake up, Barry. Barry, wake up. Wake up, Barry. Barry, wake up. Wake up, Barry. Barry, wake up. Barry?
Barry,
Hi.
you fell asleep.
Are you sleeping?
What?
I will get. Don't. You fell asleep.
We
It's
heard
okay.
you snoring.
It's okay. It's
I don't know,
okay.
I've just been breathing.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
Why did you react to us waking you up?
What are you guys calling me? I have no idea.
Nah, Barry, nah.
Barry.
You can't get out of this, Barry, you fell asleep. You had like a micro nap there for a second, dude. Like legitimately.
I have no idea.
We-
How if I did?
Hear that?
I apologize if I did.
It's okay.
No, you're good, man.
Yeah.
We have
It was funny.
We have it recorded. We have it recorded, so we can send it to you, and you can know we're not bullshitting.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
It was like mid-silence,
we
and we heard a snore.
I swear, Barry, we are not gaslight gatekeep
Yeah,
girlbossing you. I
yeah.
swear.
And that's
We're
okay.
not. Damn, I really don't. If it's like too late, it's 8. We've been playing for 3 hours. Shit. Would you guys want to stop here? Because I can. Then we can resume.
I want to go on.
I want to go on.
I kind of still want to go. I still kind of want to go on, but it's
Yeah, I
like
can
if
go
you
on.
guys are feeling too tired, we can stop right here.
I'm fine.
No.
I mean, we used to go
There's
on.
No. I want to go back to
do
Naruto.
not.
I want to see what happens
I
next.
I don't want ET to shout at me.
I want to see what
That is my
happens
main driving
next.
force.
Ugh.
I don't want ET shouting at me another time for something I can't help.
I want to see if my aunt and uncle are okay. I want to.
Okay, how about this? We're gonna go on for a little bit more. As soon as Jimbo gets back, we'll go on for a little bit more, and then we'll stop for the night. I won't be able to get to do the main event, but we will get close to it. Oh, wait, no, yeah, I still get to do the fun thing at least. That's what's important. I get to do the fun thing. But unfortunately, not
Can I
the
try
funny
to
fun thing.
remember again seeing the discovery of this file?
Only reason I probably fell asleep is because I moved my bed and not sitting down. So.
Oh yeah, I'm the same way. I do that.
Yeah. Make me a straight intelligence check. This is accounting for the fact that you still have enhance ability.
Oh yeah, it's for an hour. So all intelligence are advantage.
Snap. Just like that, you feel a connection within your brain. You don't remember what this thing is. You have no fucking clue what this is. As a matter of fact, you remember this layout of this building exactly because you were here before. This door was not here. This was put after you were here.
Okay, this room was an addition, not by my own making.
Mm-hmm.
Someone added this experiment here.
And you can definitely tell that someone was your brother.
And it would appear that this someone would be my dear twin brother, Nicholas.
It's
appears
all
he
lining
was
up a little
walking-
bit too perfectly. It lined up like a little bit. Yes, Nikolai. Please respond to that message that Alana has sent.
I swear that earlier she said that it was Ivan.
Yeah, I thought she. Yeah, she did. But I think she meant.
Yeah,
I
me
think she meant
too.
Nikolai, so she edited it.
Um, let's see. Um, I can't think of a word.
I'm not gonna fall asleep
Structure.
again.
That's okay.
I guess. Brata. I kind of say it like a Russian word.
God, I know you.
Okay.
Dang it.
Yeah, you cannot get out of the Among Us, Sparks. You
Huh?
cannot escape the Among
I'm
Us.
sorry, wait. I'm sorry. What?
Ignore that. It's just.
Pick one piece though.
Yeah, my sister. After this, I'll have to play Among Us with my sister and her boyfriend for his birthday.
God.
Gosh darn it.
Nikolai.
Um, I say Brata.
Could you type it out?
Yeah.
I'm typing it out. Um,
So I heard brother.
yeah. Wow, it is the word for brother, so brat. The spelling brat.
Uh, English spelling?
I didn't put the English spelling next to it.
So
What
I
do you
did.
mean?
Hey, that language is weird. I don't know what anything is.
I literally put the English spelling next to it. What
Brata.
do you mean?
I don't know.
What do
I don't know. Dashes could be in that language. I don't read
You
Russian.
can do this, Alana. You can do this. All right.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're getting a little bit off topic here.
Yeah.
We're gonna wait for Jibbo to get back. When he does, we'll continue on and then we'll pause for the night. But oh boy, we're gonna be pausing at such a perfect time. But yes,
But Sparks,
catch up
they-
on
it's
more
not
stuff that
how
you remember,
works.
Nikolai.
It's fine,
Nikolai.
ET. I will get it.
That
Matter
wasn't everything.
what.
It wasn't everything I told you yet. Originally, when you were
Okay.
here, this site, you don't remember exactly what it was meant for, but you know this is an experimental research site. And you remember exactly why it was so weird, like to you. You remember why it was like you didn't believe it at first when you came here. You understand that this is a site you used at one point to research the concept and existence of souls within the human body or in the mind, or if souls even existed in the first place, or if souls do exist, but they are not directly attached to the human body.
Sticky keys.
Most interesting. It would appear as I was researching something regarding souls and whether or not it could be something from the human body.
You basically I was just giving like a few examples, but basically you were researching and experimenting with the concept of souls.
Does Latikun say anything about this?
Latikun looks dead silent at you saying this, and it appears to anyone with a I'm gonna say this right now, like it's definitely clear that he's not saying anything. And he's not wanting to say anything either.
Does he look mad?
He does not look mad, no.
Oh, okay.
Does my passive 18 insight do anything for me?
You can definitely know that he is not wanting to say something in relation to this.
Would my 14 do it?
I have 18.
Yeah.
Yes,
No,
with
That's what I
Ivan's
got.
18.
For me to notice as well.
Correction.
No, it's just Ivan or anyone else that has a 17 or above
Ah,
insight.
never mind.
Passive, I mean.
So let's see. It's I think. Oh, thank you, Anthony. I kind of glance at Vero. As another sisters. I think I did. I would have. I I had some kind of result at least, success or not.
To explain it more in detail, from what you remember, you do not remember the experiments or any other research you have done here. You just know that this is a place where it has taken place. You do know, however, that your results did yield in something big, something grand, something that would have changed the way somebody would perceive the world entirely, as if you would have ushered in a new era of something. But you didn't. So what does that mean? You don't know what that means, but
It appears that my
yay! Yay!
What happened?
Yay!
What happened?
Nothing. I explained something to ET.
Okay.
And I was also responding to something Ruffnut realized. Yay!
I was
What the?
saying something, but all right.
Sorry, ET. What were you saying?
I was saying as Nikolai to basically trying to explain it to Alana. Well, it did yield some results, but it appears maybe perhaps the results wasn't pleasant. Perhaps it could or something along those lines. After all, playing around with souls is not. It's a very, very important endeavor. A very. It has consequences, I would say.
Just
But
as you
yeah,
said
so
that, you came to a natural conclusion on something. ET, give Nikolai an inspiration.
Yo.
An inspiration point.
oh,
And I will also give you this. You remember a flash of green lightning. And this memory just comes flooding back to you. Playing with souls has consequences. Those words reverberate around your mind as you just remember a scene of you, much younger, maybe around the age of 20 or 18. And you were at this place, here, and you were further in the building, at what you could best describe as a room with some kind of reactor like machine with green energy exuding off of it. Not too dissimilar to that green energy that was striking outwards that you guys saw before. And you remember just a sphere forming in the center of it as one of the arcs of this green energy arced out and struck you directly. And it didn't hurt you physically, but you remember the feeling, just the feeling of less. Like almost as if when the moment that arc hit you, you felt like less of a person, as if your very concept and being was attacked directly. And you knew that it wore off eventually, because the next day you felt a wave of emotions hit you, because you were experiencing a lack of emotions for a while. So you don't know what the hell this stuff is, but this green energy has some kind of relation to souls.
Nikolai just kind of takes a deep breath. It would appear that I had suffered some of the consequences. And I just kind of explained the whole flash of memory to everyone.
And you'd also know that something deep within your psyche, something deep within your subconscious, also wants to speak out. But almost like a dying yelp being silenced by a final blow, it cannot. And that's all for me on this. You can start talking now. That's all for me.
This is certainly interesting.
I'm kind of waiting for Alana's reaction to all of this. Want to see what she thinks. As a fellow person of science. The look of thought. Most strange indeed. A send for your thoughts, everyone? It kind of glances at everyone else.
Uh, I don't really get it.
How about Ladikun then?
Ladikun looks decidedly silent, but he speaks up. It seems you have drawn a natural conclusion. That is all I may say. And Granny Smith speaks up and she says, I'm sorry for him being especially quiet on this topic. He doesn't. Well, while he may enjoy speaking about spirituality in his own sense, whenever the concept of this comes up, he tends to be silent. I don't know why. He hasn't even told me
It
himself.
is understandable. It is understandable. This is kind of a heavy thing to discuss right now. Would you perhaps want to move on forward in the grandest lab? I do remember the layout of it better now.
That may be best, Ladikun speaks up and says. As he actually looks to you, Nikolai, and says, that's it. That's all he says. He just looks to you like he's going to say something, but then he stops himself. Just quiet.
Can I roll an insight check?
Yes.
Oh boy. I don't have any kind of bonus to do this, so.
Wow, he must really not like this topic of conversation.
Yay! Can't
Would
believe
mine
this.
would mine do anything? Since I'm
Unfortunately, this is something that was between Nikolai and Ladikun, as this is something that Ladikun was looking to Nikolai to try speaking. So it was like
Okay.
a direct one-to-one look, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Nikolai just kind of gives him a blank look back, not really understanding what he was trying to say his with his own look, I guess. Well, let us continue forward.
All right.
Let's make sure to be careful along the way, young ones. Granny Smith speaks up.
Duly
This is an
noted.
old place. There might be all sorts of rusty nails or screws just laying on the floor. Try not to step on any of them.
All
All
right.
right, let
Just
us
this
continue.
grandmotherly aura. You guys, those of you that probably do not remember a grandma, you all feel as if you have a new grandma now.
I was gonna
I kind of
check on Zero and see how he's doing. But
this
I
guy.
guess
He's
Grandma Orange would kind of help him calm down a bit.
the grandma, unfortunately, cannot be rejected, Alana. And besides that, yes,
Uh,
Vero seems to have calmed down a little bit, and he's getting closer and closer to you. It seems that he's not actively insulting you for once, which is it's progress. He's actually close to you now. And he's not, letting go, at least. It's like a child clinging to their parents' leg for safety. And what were you saying,
I
Vincent?
just I just I just keep a hand by his side so he could just to secure him.
Yep. Oh,
I can't
what were you saying,
hear
Vincent?
Sparks.
Because Spark said,
yeah, I
steps
didn't
in.
say anything.
Sparks?
I was
Oh, okay.
interrupted. I just
Yeah, what's up,
Vincent
Sparks?
just holds his flute like closer. That's all.
Vincent, yeah, aw. You just have this warm aura coming off of her, Vincent, and it very much does remind you of your grandmother. And just in this moment, you do remember those nice times you had with her and how she cared for you with every single ounce of her being.
Yeah,
And Granny Smith seems to be doing the same with all of you right now.
that's basically it.
You cannot, no, you do not get to reject Grandma.
Roughneck cannibal.
Tell me, Et. By the way, what's Nikolai's internal thoughts on having Grandmama? Same with you, Ivan.
I guess a sense of comfort that That kind of resembles him being by his dad. Just
Hmm.
kind of nice to have a kind of familiar bond, I guess. A sense of comfort. That's all.
What about you, Ivan?
Reminds him a lot of the good old days with Dr. Don and
Aw.
everything.
It is, Ivan, definitely. It is noted that it feels nice to have someone caring for you like this. A grandmother's love, the kind of love you can't get anywhere else.
Yeah.
And I think we'll take a small pause while waiting for Jimbo to get back, because what's coming next, unfortunately, we're going to need everybody here for.
Where did Jimbo go, by the way?
He didn't say. He just left and said, "Oh, speak of the fucking devil." There he is. He's online again.
Oh, hey Jimbo.
Hi, Jimbo.
We're just like,
You're
okay,
back
now it.
just in time.
Yeah, literally,
Right.
Back
literally.
just in time for the
In
important
What
the
literally
important
just
thing.
said. Now wait for Jimbo.
Literally, yeah.
Like a
Perfect
second.
timing, Jimbo.
Yeah,
Perfect fucking timing.
we script
Wait,
this.
what did what say?
We script this series, guys.
I said. Now we wait for Jimbo, and then this happened.
Nice.
And actually, before you leave, there is another door that is not the door you came in from, and it appears that it is a much more wooden door. You all note that it's like rustic in nature, and Nikolai, you would recognize this as a door leading to a bunk room of some kind, like a place where workers would stay. So with this information together, you definitely know that this is a permanent residence, like a facility that people would stay and rest at and sleep at, like a second home that they'd work at. So, with this in case, where do you guys go?
You know this area better than me, so where do you think we should go, Nikolai?
Nothing much, by the way, Jimbo. It was just a lot of talking.
Yeah.
And what appears this would be a residence room of some kind. How
Jim-
long does the door look? Like how old does the door look? Does it look like it's been opened recently?
Absolutely not. It's wood, so despite it looking homely and rustic and so cozy and nice looking and beautiful, it is aged. The wood is rotten. There is literal mold growing on it. It is dilapidated. It is abandoned. It is other synonyms I cannot think of for old. All right? It is bad.
Hey, what?
The fact that it is even still standing is a fucking miracle. What is up?
Can I add you? Well, I just remembered. Yeah, while we're all having this cool thing right now, there's just a thing at the door. Can I check perception to see how that door's holding up?
Yeah, can you make me a perception check?
Yo, how's that door?
Why do you keep getting perception?
For the,
Getting
I keep getting
that
most
right?
nat 20s plus lame rolls. What the heck?
You close your eyes. You close your eyes. You breathe in and you listen. You guys are hearing that tapping, right?
I hate that sound. That horrifies me. Very immersed. Oh frick!
Oh no.
It's at times like
Good
this.
sound-
I am very
good
glad my
sound effect.
microphone can pick up my tap. Thank you. I did that myself.
Good
I am
job,
very
boy.
glad that actually picked up.
Yeah, my God, what do you even use?
I just slammed my hand against the table.
Oh.
Well, we're fucked.
Aw.
Do we hear that?
Yes, we hear that.
Actually,
Alright,
it
I'm
wasn't-
ready my
it
gun.
It wasn't as violent as I made it out to be.
Okay.
Vincent heard it because he was paying close attention. You can hear, at least, they're not actively trying to bust down the door right now. That small slam you heard was most likely a bunch of them just basically ramming into each other and a few of them accidentally going at the door too. Because it seems like, from what you could hear, there's a little bit of a scuffle outside. Probably between them. They look like dogs and they look like cats at the same time. Perhaps they have some kind of like dominancy or some kind of hierarchy or some shit, and they're fighting over who has control.
I wonder if I could maybe like use major image to make us all smell like a dead corpse in here, so they can leave us alone.
I mean, you don't even know if they're scavenger feeders either. For all you know, they.
Oh frick, they could be. They could be anything. It could be. Oh,
yeah.
That's some meat right there.
You do not know enough about these things to make any educated
Yeah.
like decisions. Anything you do could not only help you, it could just as easily detriment you to the point where it could kill you.
Yeah. Like, oh yes,
So you have to be
this is
very
like
careful.
cracked, and then make it even more stronger.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So, where do you guys go now?
We're just following Nikolai.
Nikolai, where do you go?
Why did you suddenly put it out on me?
It's your
Because you know
office.
the layout.
All right. What
Vincent,
other rooms do I remember?
Vincent don't know this place.
It was just the only other 2 rooms you know of. There is going to be this room right here, leading into the bunk room, the old rustic wooden molded door leading into a bunk room, which could actually have some loot and other papers in it from just maybe personal diaries, journals, or something like that. There are a lot of the people who worked here were enough of nerds. They very much well could have kept diaries. But other than that,
Are you calling my employee nerds?
Well, of course,
yes,
we're
I am.
scientists.
Have you seen what your fucking company does? Yes, they are nerds. They're all
Yeah.
nerds. You're a fucking nerd.
Yeah.
But like, yes. So back at it. The only other door that goes another place. This is a very small scale facility, by the way, because this was an endeavor that was treated as a joke by your other colleagues. Like, you literally got laughed at, and that's why you weren't believing in it as much for the first time. So it very much did not have much stuff dedicated to it. So
Well,
it's a very small scale facility. The only other rooms are going to be this one, the rustic bunkhouse, or the bunk room, and the only other room besides that you guys have not seen already is going to be the main reactor
terminal
room.
room.
The terminal room that leads into the main reactor room.
Well, we could go. Well, if we don't want to go in this bunk room, there is the terminal room, which would lead to the reactor.
Ivan just sort of like takes like his sword like sheath and tries to push the bunk room door open to see if it's like unlocked.
As you just poke it with your sheath, the door just falls off of its hinges and just lands with a big thump.
That makes
And
Vincent a little
just
nervous.
all of the dust that was just caked on the door and the walls just lies flat down on the floor, and it just comes up in a wave and just hits you in the face. You just got a face full of dust there, son.
All right. I'm gonna stay out here though, so watch that door. 'Cause that one fell down so easily.
Might as well check it. And I'll
It's
roll.
wooden. It's
Yeah.
wooden. The other doors are metal. This is
Yeah.
a wooden door. Of course, this didn't hold up.
Yeah, but Vince is nervous.
Might as well check
Sonnies,
it.
remember to be careful. Old places like this might have small creepy crawlies.
Already noted.
21. Just gonna
Going
check
in,
the room.
Ivan, you just enter the room, and with the torch in hand, just, oh damn, shit. Both of you guys just start looking around a little bit, and you, after seeing this sight, Ivan, you are suddenly glad that you do not sleep on a bed, because if you did, you would be absolutely traumatized to the point you never would want to sleep on a bed again, because these beds are looking super fucking nasty. You have never seen an aged bed with like eloquent bed sheets and pillows and all that finely made, and it's just looking like it's centuries old, like a molded and all of that. It is a disgusting sight, especially when you think of it as a place where you would sleep.
Vincent
And
sleeps on a
Ivan
bed. I'm
just
glad I didn't go in there.
silently
ahead.
says gross under his breath.
But besides the absolute atrocity towards bedkind, there's also a small desk, one singular desk, might I add, a single desk for a bunk room. And it seems that this desk has a picture frame on it.
Oh?
Ivan, while Nikolai is responding to Alana, you actually are able to bend down and pick up the picture frame. And it's weird actually seeing Nikolai, not with like the half of his face burnt,
Oh.
but you can actually see Nikolai in the image with a nondescript coworker, just kind of having a happy chat. And taking the picture out of the frame, you look at the back of the picture where, you know, places people might actually write, and you see written on it is first day of work with a little exclamation mark.
Mm-hmm.
Aw.
Seems it was written excitedly, like it was something like this is a passion project, right? Like, you know for a fact, Nikolai, as a man, must have had a lot of passion to just go out of his way and research into topics that he found interesting. So this entire company This entire just employee line is just due to him having extreme passion for this line of work and for him wanting to do what he's doing. Along with his brother, they both have this shared sense of passion. So
Okay.
you can definitely tell this from the image of how happy he looked working, talking with his coworkers, and just like you can almost like imagine the scene of him writing down on the back of the note with a big grin on his face, feeling happy and all lit up and all that, you know?
Hmm. Any specific date written on there or no?
Any specific what?
Date?
There is no date. There is only just the words.
All right.
Though
And
you can definitely tell Nikolai looks to be in early, like late 18, 19, or early 20s.
Ivan will then.
there's a lot of questions. Can I make another intelligence check?
Yeah. Um,
A lot of intelligence check.
Not even an
Advantage.
intelligence check. I'm not going to ask for this. The best place for this would be the terminal room. It makes the most sense. It's also the only other room besides the reactor room.
Well, besides this room, I suppose the terminal room or the terminal room would be the place to put out finding studies. There's not many other rooms inside this facility. It wasn't very well maintained at that. So
Yes.
we could still take a look around. It could still be there.
This room, at least, is extremely dilapidated, though you can most definitely attribute it to the fact that the furniture within, as well as the door, was not built to hold up long. Like everything else, the other rooms were like concrete, the doors were metal, all of that. This place was built to last, except for this bunk room. Because you can definitely tell, Nikolai, you planned out this place, you drew up the blueprints for it. You wanted a room that people could feel comfortable in. People could, like, be at a home away from home, you know? So you didn't use materials that would last up and stand to the test of time. You used materials that would be better looked at, that would be better looking, that people would enjoy more. Wood, for example, and other different furnishings, where you absolutely could have just given them just the exact same bog standard metal door, concrete room with just aluminum like frame, just regular mattresses and all that. You went out of your way to give these people like wooden bed frames and all of that and a nice cozy room. And this place, it's just a disgrace to what you originally imagined. There is no kindness. There is no happiness here. There's just things that have been lost to time. Memories just turned to dust, I suppose.
if there isn't anything else, I will just walk up back to Nico and just
Yeah, I
hold up.
suppose we should check it. We should check out the other rooms now that we're done here.
Nikolai, Ivan walks up to you.
Um, found this as Ivan holds up the picture with two fingers out to Nikolai.
Oh, thank you.
And to
I
re-describe it for you, E.T., just to re-describe it, a picture has you the picture describes you as being sat down at this work desk, this very work desk you found the picture frame, chatting up with a coworker who was sitting next to you. And you had a big smile on your face, and turning around the picture, you can see first day at work with a little exclamation mark written on the back of it.
What a pleasant memory, I just say, as I stuff the photo in the pocket.
By the way, nondescript coworker, like nobody special to your backstory is what I'm saying, you know?
Fine, fine.
Is it basically like a grunt in a Pokemon game?
Yeah, minion, employee, grunt, however you wish to say
Minion. You know,
Soldier
Nikolai.
B.
Soldier B.
it.
No,
But
not even
there's
B.
nothing else of interest in
D.
that room, right?
Yeah, nothing else of interest from what both of you looked around. And Ivan, Alana writes something to you.
Mm-hmm. How would you go figure someone would go looking for a soul? Well, that's an interesting question, especially for me. I guess. This might seem like a dumb answer even for me, but I guess you just go out and find it. Assault for me is weird. If you know, since you know my case.
Your case? Ladikun speaks up as he looks to you, Ivan.
You can say I have a bit of a disorder, I guess, but
Oh, I'm sorry. Is this something personal? Should I not be asking about this? I deeply apologize. And he just gives you like a heavy, respectable bow.
nah, it's fine. You could say I'm multiple people living in one person's body.
Do you mind if I'm sorry, this is going to sound very weird. Can I take a look into your eye, please?
Ivan just chuckles a bit. Sure, kid. Sure, kid. And he just raises his eye up to him.
Ladikun actually goes closer to you, Ivan, and he just kind of puts his both index fingers just, you know how like some eye doctors would like lift your eyelids apart in
Yeah.
order to like have like that puff of air hit you when you're
Yeah.
like younger and all that. Like, yeah, he kind of does that. And looking into your eye, you can see him like look into you. Like, it's not as simple as just having eye contact. You can see him perceiving you. He looks to you and he says, "Interesting. So that's what you meant. I'm sorry for all the pain you felt up to this point, my friend. It must have been a hard life."
Ivan just sort of stares at him a bit shocked, but then turns to his normal neutral expression. You get used to it.
Unfortunately, for somebody like you, yes, that is something you do get used to. You were unfortunately born with extremely bad luck. You were born into a household you didn't exactly particularly enjoy being in. Is that correct?
As soon as he says that, immediately Ivan's hand is on his throat, goes for his throat, and a smile appears on his face.
Oh.
Why don't you shut the fuck up about that, huh?
Ladikun just like looks like a little phased, but not phased enough, like almost as if he's experienced this before. And he holds up a single hand, like just one hand, almost as if he's like tapping out almost.
And then slowly lets go. And the smile fades a bit.
If you wish this to not be a topic to talk about, then I will cease talking about this. But my friend, I'd like to let you know, as he says, as he kind of rubs his neck a little bit, we may not be together enough for this offer to really matter much, but if this is something you wish to talk about at all, I'd just like to let you know that I've seen enough people that have experienced something similar to what you have. I might be able to help you out. Though don't take that completely what's the word? Seriously? I'm not really that good at what I do, but I do try my best. And waiting for your answer, he looks to Alana as if like waiting for his answer first before he answers you.
He just waves his hand and says, "Whatever. Let's just get out. Let's just get out of here first."
Okay. And Ladikun will look to you, Alana, and he says, "If you are fine with this, then yes." He will step forward and look into your eye, Alana, and he says, "Hmm. Hmm. Wow. I suppose I'm making a habit of apologizing to people about their pain they've suffered so far, but yes, I'm sorry you've had to go through what you've gone through. I'd like to explain a little bit more. I'm not." He looks to you for a second, Ivan, and he looks back to you. He says, "I'm not doing something like reading your mind. I have heard that described before whenever I've done this. I'm more so, think of it as if a doctor looks at somebody with injuries. They'd be able to tell what caused those injuries by inspecting them, right? For example, a wayward bullet might have caused a specific gash within a side, or a knife would leave a very specific wound. I'm coming to conclusions based off of wounds that I can see on your soul." That is effectively what I'm doing. I do not know your entire life. I do not know anything such as that. All I know is what has caused, or what the cause is. Something that's happened to it. I'm sorry if I'm not really making much sense. This is not my first language.
Ivan switches to Japanese and says, "Is this it?"
Ah, yes. And he gives you a small little nod with a smile. And he responds to you in that language as well.
Oh.
How did you know?
You could say I'm from a place that learns it.
You're very fluent. Whoever taught you was a good teacher.
Yeah. I mean, everyone else can somewhat speak it.
Well, I'll still speak in the language you all are most comfortable in then, he says, responding in English, or common, or however the hell you want to call it. And he looks back to you. I'm sorry, I explained that, but I didn't give you a full... From what I can tell, you... I'm sorry, this is not something I can put into words, especially when we're in a situation like this. Do you mind if I take what's the saying? A rain check? Is that correct? He looks to like the rest of you, like expectingly.
Vince is outside.
I'm just
Nikolai not having English not being his first language either, just kind of shrug.
Well, I think that's the correct. Take a rain check on this. And Granny Smith just looks up to him and just places her hand on his arm, and he looks back to her. And they seem to both nod in understanding with each other as he then looks back to the rest of them, like waiting for what Alana has to write. But that's how I'm saying we're going to wait to see what
Hey, I
Ryan's
do have something I want to ask Ladi-kun later. Oh boy.
I don't know if I should take that seriously or an insult, but yes, we should. And Ladikun nods to the rest of you, and it's time to move on to the main
Can I
event, the
ask
Piece de
him one?
Resistance. Okay, yeah, sure.
I was gonna say, Ladi-kun, listen. While you're doing this, I do have one last strange request. If you would allow me, um, would you perchance like to take a look at my creation, Vero here?
He looks down to Vero and he says, "Oh, I don't think that would work."
Whether or not it will work, we would have to see.
Oh, so you're seeing if it
I have
would work
something
or
I
not?
want to test. I
Okay.
wanted to see. I want to test this. I hold a Vero to him.
You hold up Vero to him, and he takes a look into. He slowly approaches Vero, like, just like, because this is obviously a tiny little thing, and he doesn't want to seem weird. But like Vero is, expecting, seeing everything that happened. He's not scared or anything. He looks into hold the Vero like hamburger. He looks into Vero's tiny little eyes, and he says, I've never seen anything like this before. And as he opens his mouth to say something, there's just like a little tiny arc of like green energy that just reverberates from Vero's forehead over to Latikun's like middle nose temple area. And there's just like a small, tiny little explosion that goes off in front of his face. And he just kind of recoils a little bit. And he says,
Oh my!
"Oh, goodness, what just happened?"
You
"Oh,
alright?
no. Yes, I'm fine, but I don't think I can talk about what I just discovered."
So you did see something. Well,
He
that's
kind of
confirming.
waves his hand in front of his face as there's like a fucking like a burn mark across his face now. And he says, "Oh me, oh my, this is most unfortunate, but it's not the first time this has happened. Um I cannot go into great detail here, but I will definitely tell you this is not a normal case."
Well, you could tell me later when we're done dealing with this. We should move on. Apologies for the injury.
"No, it's fine. It's nothing too major," he says as he like takes out a small little handkerchief and kind of wipes his face. And Granny Smith also gives him just like she just like reaches down, gives him a little bit of water. And it's just you guys can very much see that it's almost as if Granny Smith has basically just said, "This is my grandchild now," and it's just basically practically adopted Letikun. And after all this has happened, Ladakun looks to you, Nikolai, and he says, "You know this place, correct? How about you lead us to the next room?"
Roger that. And I move to the thermal room next.
By the way,
And
I'd
there
like to
you
say
go.
something. Raiden has just been standing here this entire fucking time, just so dazed. You have no fucking clue. Like he is, he head empty, head fucking empty. He has
He's
zero comprehension of what is
He's
going
just
on.
so
He
confused.
probably,
He is so confused.
When you
he
walk, when
probably still thinks he's dreaming.
Yeah, no, absolutely. He still looks. Am I fucking asleep still? Is this?
man, what a weird life this guy has had today. Okay,
Yeah,
like
right?
he's literally the guy who like he's like, I'm gonna watch a zoo anime. This looks cool. Cool adventure. No, he's like watching One Piece. But he skips like to up to like 500. He's like, wait,
Yeah.
why are they like why are they fighting the government?
Yeah. Besides that, Wilbur is also so like taking in everything that he's just at a loss for words too. But he's going by your side nonetheless. By the way, Nikolai, he's still there to comfort you and all that. And by the way, this is me explaining that I just have so many NPCs to keep track of right now at once that like yeah, I'm not able to speak for every single one of them at once.
Maybe next time you don't need to bring every NPC to the table.
You know what? I fucking
Hey.
can. I'll bring Char, Shat, and Bruce up next time.
Hey, I didn't
And
bring
Nick and
anyone
Al.
this time.
Fuck you. And Delilah. Fuck you. Fuck all of you. I'm doing this
What
to myself.
about Klaus? You forgot Klaus.
Klaus can go burn in hell.
He's
Oh,
always
and
a
Alana's rat. Puffy.
Rat is also burning in hell, much like Klaus. But besides that, okay. Moving on.
I came
So-
along with you and Wilbur. What do you mean?
Nikolai?
Yeah, I lead them to the terminal room.
Into the terminal room. There is one door ahead of you, and next to the door is a small little terminal with a cracked screen. But strangely enough, Nikolai, you can just tell this terminal works. You haven't even interacted with it, you just know it works.
Turn it on.
You walk up, you turn it on. There's just a small little booting screen up, and it's just there's a little logo like in the middle of the screen that is VL. Like it's like a fucking minimalistic like company logo. And you understand that VL stands for Voltov Laboratories. That's right. In the meantime of you doing all your research, you also managed to get like a full fucking marketing rebranding for your company.
Wasn't my idea of my brothers.
It was both.
Dumb
You both
question.
came up with that. At the same time,
Alright.
you guys were in a brainstorming session. You were throwing pencils sticking into the ceiling, and you looked to each other at the exact same time, saying the exact same words. We need to get a logo, and just that was history.
A terminal is like a thing on a
It's a
elevator.
computer. It's a computer. A terminal is
No.
like a computer. Oh, okay. All right. You turn it on, and immediately in front of you, there are two options. It's kind of like a little table. There is one option for unlocking and opening the door to the main reactor area, and there is a second option for notes.
Hey,
An archive
well,
of some
I
kind.
wanna hear of the notes you said you were looking for. And I can call her over before I click on it.
As Alana approaches, you click on it, and there are three options for you to look into. Three main files you can look into. There's one file, research on souls. There is a second file, personnel reports, and there is a third file, reactor status. Archive of reactor status, I mean. So you can definitely assume that the third file is basically an archive for like how the reactor has been like it's a maintenance archive, you know? Like some companies keep records of how electricity devices just kind of keep up over time. This is very much one of those cases. So you could definitely assume it's probably just going to be spreadsheets upon spreadsheets of just it was at this percentage, it was at that percentage, at this time, it was at this cooling, it was at that
Considering we
temperature,
are
all that.
literally next to the reactor, I would like to see how it was last checked. How long it was it's been checked, and also how it was. But yeah, I checked the reactor notes first just to make sure everything is fine.
Everything good? What?
Jesus,
That's
what?
it's exploding.
You hear a door slam down,
Oh.
and you hear skittering moving forward.
Hey, wait. I was outside. Can I warn them by chance?
You see the door like just crash down. Like this is the very back door, by the way. You hear the door with rebar just slam down. Just like there's just that sound of the rebar snapping in half. And you hear them now banging on the second door, the
Ah,
one
God
leading
damn
into
it,
this
I-
hallway. You need to
God damn
get
it.
into the terminal room now, Vincent. Vincent is the one who's hearing this, but you guys are also hearing it.
Yeah.
Vincent, you have to get in there.
Guys, we gotta go.
First thing first, I ready my gun, and another thing I want to do, get my eye out, and then try to fucking plug it into the terminal. I need those files.
There is only time for you to get one file. I am presenting you with a choice.
We gotta go.
You have an option here. I'm not going to give you everything. This never was something that was going to give you everything. I'm sorry, but I'm also not sorry.
Sorry, where's our positions right now?
You guys are in the terminal room right now. You're all in the terminal room. And the stalkers, from what you heard at least, just broke down the door with the rebar stopping it.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys can see in front of you, actually. The door to the reactor room is very well situated. Like, imagine a vault door for, like, a bank, but, like, bigger. If you were to get past that, there's no fucking way stalkers would be able to get through.
No reactor file. So, Alana, which
You
one?
can
Research
actually...
and souls. I guess research and souls. I guess that's the most important one. Percent of records. I don't think we could find any of them right now. I walk away with it. I guess I tried to download as much as I could, but I download the soul one first.
You managed to get 3 main key points, 3 little documents from all the time you had left, and you hear as the stalkers slam, get into the second hallway, the one that leads into the terminal room.
Guys!
You're in the terminal room right now. You have one option. You either die here as they overrun this tiny little room, or you open the door.
Someone has to close.
Reactor.
Someone has to close the reactor.
You know that there's a terminal. You know that there's a terminal on the other side that would close it as well, or open it, because it's safe enough to be in there. You knew that, like, if it wasn't, this was a dead end anyways, and you guys would all be dead right now anyways. You know for a fact that going into that reactor is your best chance.
Everyone into the reactor now. I say as I grab my eye.
And it's not like you're not, like, walking straight into the reactor. It's a room with a reactor housed within it, you know?
Yeah, I know. Everyone into the reactor room.
Vincent pushes everyone with his -1 strength.
You guys just see, like, steam and hydraulics just puff out as the door slides open and then slides to the left. And you guys just see into this large circular room with just this, like, walls just lining. It's gigantic in comparison to the other, like, areas. And Nikolai, you managed to get 3 main documents, like I already said, on the subsection file of Research on Souls, and you have them downloaded into your eye. You unplugged your eye because that's all the time you had left, as you hear the bang, bang, bang on the last door into the terminal room, and you all rush into the vault room. As the door moves up, slides to the right, and then closes. Right before it closes fully, you can see the stalkers burst into the room. There are hundreds that are now pouring in. Not 40, not 50, hundreds.
They're in the thing where we're in?
They were in the terminal room, filling it up as the
Well,
vault door now closes. You are all now safe.
Well, we're stuck in here then.
Except,
As far as I know about the layout, there's no other room.
Cha-cha real smooth.
except, in front of you. Everyone get into the battle map.
Oh,
What?
fuck.
Ah, fuck.
What?
Shit.
Hey, yo, can somebody like Discord live stream it to me?
Shit.
We're not gonna do the combat. I'm gonna say this right now. We're not gonna do the combat. I'm gonna do a little bit. We're not gonna roll initiative tonight because it's late and yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, can send
Let me know when everybody. Okay. So by the way, Jimbo, I will stream it to you.
Yeah.
Jimbo, let me know when you're able to see. Here we are. Is everyone in on the battle map right now?
Oh, yep. And yo, are
Please
those
ignore the royal vote up here, please.
yo
The
royal
royal
boat up
vote.
there?
Yes,
Royal vote.
Royal's vote is just. There's also friends and the U.S. senator. Okay, all in front of you. You guys just see like
is
these
this
4
right
stalkers
here?
just lined up, but it's strange. There's much similar to the mint. You guys just see the air just kind of. The best way to put it is vibing. The air looks like it's vibing. Like the air is like vibrating a tiny little bit as this green circle in the middle that was not there before. These right here, these gray squares are walls lining, and this small circle is just this flat little plane which is labeled as the reactor on the side. And in the middle of this flat circular plane, you guys see a green energy orb with those same exact electrical tendrils just spraying out as just this shock wave is sent over the entire room. As you all see just this wave of energy rolling over the stalkers, you see them all melt and dissipate
Oh.
and form
They're
one
going to turn
gigantic
into
ooze.
big one.
One gigantic ooze. And then
Yeah, this is the
the
black,
ooze
the black one.
just. No, actually. This ooze reforms into something you guys could not have expected. There's nothing leading up to this which would expect you guys to see what is happening right in front of you. The once formless orb is now reforming. The liquidy consistency appears to take a metal-like texture
Oh,
as you guys see this gigantic knight just stand in front of you, intimidating. This knight appears to be 15 feet in height, maybe even taller, and it is gigantic. Alongside it is a gigantic great axe that is larger than it is. And you guys just see, like, as the ooze just forms around it, its helmet just has horns just sticking out the side, sticking upwards. And just in front of you, you guys just see as the helmet forms, there's a small opening where the mouth would be, but there is no mouth. And you guys just see this small just stream of breath coming out of it, as if it looked as if it was breathing in an extremely cold environment, as you all feel the room get chilly just from its mere presence, getting colder and colder and colder. The walls immediately around it begin to freeze over. The floor it is standing on becomes ice solid. And its axe, which was once just this black-like metal, now has ice just lining it, making the edge even more sharper beyond belief.
Is it cold in here, or is it just me?
And that's where we end the session. Yay!
I don't know.
Oh god.
Oh man.
Why did I play God?